Testing 1, 2. Can you talk about? I kind of want to know what you were going to say about people. You mind talking about that on the show?
No, I don't
Okay, for
mind.
sure.
We're already live.
Okay, cool. What's up, everybody? I'm Tahir Moore,
I'm Patrick Cloud.
and this is another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary.
Hello.
We got a very special guest in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Thespian of all sorts.
Such a cool word.
And
LGBTQ.
yeah.
Thespian. Oh, you mean actor? Okay, good. How very dare you?
Ladies and gentlemen, you probably see them all over the internet doing these voiceover videos or impression. I don't know. We wouldn't call it impression because you're not actually saying it. You're just mimicking.
Oh, those things.
Yeah, the things that's what brought you across my timeline. But he's also done amazing things with Tabitha Brown. He's also one of the season's regulars in Churchy season 2.
Yes.
And he's just an all around just dope ass person. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise and welcome to the show, Mr. Nick Few.
Yeah. Man, I'm so happy to be here, man.
Man, excited to have you here,
the energy
man.
in this room is gorgeous, man.
Hey,
I
man.
really feel at home, brother.
Good.
We never get the bump either. We
Yeah,
might have to
yeah.
add that.
Man. Anytime. I do voiceover work. I'll send you my cash app. So, yeah.
How does one become a thespian?
Well, you find that you can't do anything else, and then you. For me, this is a true story.
This down just a little bit so it's not covering your face.
This is don't cover my mug, man.
There you go, man. Let the people see, man. You know what I mean?
No, but for me, I had a speech impediment.
Okay.
And part of my therapy was learning poetry, learning Shakespeare.
Really?
What was the impediment?
I had a horrible stutter. I'm talking about, remember Bernie Mac? That joke? He was imitating me. That was me.
Damn. You were not that bad. Were you really, Nick?
It was people. My teachers would cry.
Crying, laughing?
Crying in pity, motherfucker.
Oh
no, they would be like.
Well, I figured if you were a teacher of speech impediments, you wouldn't be sad if you saw one.
Oh no, but coming out of my mouth, it was a sad case. It was that bad. They would say, just write it, baby, and I would see tears. I was like, is that for me?
Is that for me?
Just write it.
And then they assumed that I was retarded because I couldn't speak. No, that's not a word. I shouldn't say that. They thought I was special needs because I had that speech impediment.
Yeah.
But I was really smarter than all of them.
We go
my
that
Eva
out.
origin story. Yeah. Please do.
We got you.
Yeah. I knew immediately. That's why I didn't. I knew immediately.
I'm so sorry. But
we're not trying to cancel nobody.
Please don't.
No, we won't.
Look, I ain't even built nothing yet. I need time to grow. No, but so part of my therapy was learning poetry and learning plays and reading a lot. And actually, the church helped me a whole lot because my father and my mother, God bless them, did not care how bad I sounded. They were like, "You gonna get up there in front of this microphone and
you had to preach."
I had to do everything. I had to do synopsises. I had to preach. I had to sing. Could not sing
in front of people.
Could not sing
in front of the whole church
with a stutter, and you couldn't sing.
Absolutely.
Wait, now are you a PK too?
Might as well have been.
Was your dad a deacon?
He was a deacon. He was a superintendent. My mom and grandma cleaned the church. I was at church for 7
all
days
the time. Yeah, one of those type of things.
24 hours.
Goodness, that's a lot of church.
That is a lot of church.
Oh, yeah, people don't realize how much because you got midweek service, you got choir rehearsal, you have Bible study, and then you actually have the actual church service, which might be 2 or 3. When I was growing up, we had 3 services at one point on Sundays.
And then imagine all of that on top of your grandma cleaning. Come on, boy, we're gonna clean this.
Yeah. Go with me to clean the church.
Professionally or like volunteer?
It was volunteer, but I did some stupid stuff on that micro. I remember one time I knew I was supposed to be an entertainer. So because I would be drawn to the pulpit and the microphone system. I knew how to turn it on. And so I turned on the microphone system. And I was like, I wonder what a fart carry.
This was during church?
No.
Okay.
Doing the cleaning session, man.
Okay.
What a fart carry.
So I was like, I was always a scientist in my brain. I was like, I wonder. So I turned the system on, brought the mic to my, and it went. My grandma said, "I know you did. I know you did not in the Lord."
You farted on the church mic?
I farted on the church mic.
Oh.
And she threw a hymnal from it was 5 or 6 pews back. hit me dead in the center of the forehead.
What?
Changed
With
my
a
whole
hymn?
life. Stop stuttering. No, I'm just kidding.
That would be a cool origin.
Right. How did you heal? I got
Then I
hit
learned
with a
how to
hymn.
sing when I woke up.
When I woke up, when I came
I was
to,
a singer.
I was a different. Yeah. No, so part of my therapy was all that stuff.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
And can you imagine my father? I telling my father, hey, man, that
It wasn't that bad, was it?
Yeah, yes, it was.
And they made you preach?
They tried to, and they sat there. That's how.
How'd you get the
that's how I know
message
how
across?
patient. Well, it didn't.
You bombed?
I forgot about it. I mid message. I'd be like, "What was I thinking?" In my brain, I was saying, "Well, I was thinking."
How was the dismount?
The dismount was awful as it started. They would just like, "That's okay. Sit down, baby." That's
Let
all
them
right."
take your time, sweetheart. Let them
Yeah.
use you. Just take your time.
Imagine experiencing that as parents, and then me coming home and going, "I won't be an actor." My dad was like, "Nah,
He was like, "Not silent films. You might kill it."
That was
You
the
might kill
same
it.
day
You
you
might-
said that?
You might be able to
no.
kill it in some silent.
Well, yeah, I felt it in my heart that I was supposed to be in entertainment.
It's crazy how
And
you know it.
I knew
And
it.
it's crazy. Like I feel like people that are really called to it and drawn to it,
Mhm.
like we get excited about the
Yes.
thought of the money, but it's more so about sharing the art. It's
Yes.
about developing that character, falling into something that you could. I dream of the day that I find a role that I could really sink my teeth, because this church was great.
Yes.
It was so authentic. They let me keep both my nose rings in. I'm showing my tattoos. I got the beanies on, cock hair coming
But
out.
let
Like
me-
they really let me be
I'm
me.
gonna tell you something about you.
Yeah.
You are so free
Thank you, man.
when you perform.
Yeah.
It's captivating. You are amazing. I can't wait
Thank you, man.
to see you in your own thing.
Yeah.
I'm being honest
Yeah,
with you,
no,
brother.
for real, I
I'm not blowing
appreciate it.
any smoke. You
Yeah.
are amazing.
Thank you,
And if
man.
ain't nobody told you, I'm telling you,
I'm
you
listening.
got it. But so yeah, man, that's how I started. That's how I became an actor. It was all that speech work. And some of my most favorite actors have had speech impediments.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot.
Because we've had to concentrate on communicating
Mhm.
for and part of this is communication.
I have a speech
Most of it.
impediment.
Do you?
Yeah, my tongue is too big for my mouth.
I would never have guessed that.
No,
Let me see.
no, nope. 'Cause that's- my tongue, I have to
Let's see it.
I have to
Tahir.
curve it like this most of the time.
Are
when
you
it says
being serious?
No, I'm lying.
Okay, I thought
But I
so.
do have a speech impediment. My mouth doesn't move as fast as my brain does. So I end up stuttering a lot too.
Yeah.
But I do be lying a lot.
If you need my cash app for us poor stutterers, we would like to give you a.
I'm gonna have to just talk to all the ladies in your family and have them throw hymns at my head. Just like, all right, who got the best thing? Yeah.
Right.
That's interesting. I didn't know that there was a connection between those two things. But no, it makes sense. If you we were playing outside and y'all were like figuring out, y'all were like basically reading lines.
Absolutely. Literally.
Yeah, man, it be like that.
And it's all up. My poor brother. It's all I wanted to do. So I would torture him. I would make him and my teddy bear sit and watch me try to get through a phrase. Hours.
Just
Hours.
Was this acting or was this just during
Trying to act.
Okay.
Trying to act. Anything I saw on TV, I was trying to do it.
Mhm.
I would put sheets. I would take sheets, put a curtain rod through it, put it over my closet. Those would be the curtains. I would come out of the curtains and do a whole monologue or try to. My brother would be like,
He be crying?
I hate you. Yeah. He wanted to go outside with the other kids. I was
like,
older.
Sit down, audience.
No,
I say where you can leave.
That's too clear.
What?
That was way too clear. I was like,
So it was like every time you talked.
every time I spoke.
Why did he need to watch?
Because I needed somebody to watch me in my craft.
What about the teddy
In the
bears?
beginning, they loved it.
They loved it, but
They wanted more.
they didn't give reviews.
Very loud applause on teddy bears.
What age was
The
this?
dog. Oh, he just thought about. I was 6, 7, all the way up though until 20s.
Really?
That's crazy though.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, but my parents, I have to give my dad particularly some love because he saw how bad I wanted it, and he was like, "Son, you can do anything."
But I mean that faith
Yes.
the faith in your child to be visibly seen and
Yeah.
then encouraged is such a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Because we don't see, especially like when it comes to entertainment,
Mhm.
specifically acting and comedy, there is no blueprint
No.
for doing it correctly to ensure success.
Absolutely not.
You know, like you can take all the classes, you can study all the different methods.
That's right.
You can go to classes and do therapy for speech. But that still doesn't ensure success. So for
Nope.
for them to support you, regardless
Yes.
if they didn't, know how it's gonna turn out, but they still have that support. It's a beautiful thing, man. Because sometimes that can be the fuel. Like my mom believes in me, my dad believes in me. I'm going to conquer this.
During a time period where most colleges that were, because I went to Clark Atlanta University before I went to Brown to study acting, and most of the colleges didn't think of this as a career during this time.
Acting? Yeah,
Absolutely
man.
not. You know,
That's like an ancillary class, or
it wasn't a major.
It was a major, but it was thought of more as an elective. Schools were mostly. I mean, actually, to this day, there's not a historically Black college that offers an MFA in acting. Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
Not one.
Wow.
It's during this time. It was teachers, preachers. Am I aging myself? Teachers, preachers, engineers, doctors. So it wasn't really, these were more elective classes.
It's like in a master's in liberal arts.
Absolutely.
And people are like, so what are you gonna do? You're gonna write?
You
What are you
skit?
Yeah, you do a little skit. Yeah. They didn't take it seriously.
Play acting. When people say play acting, well, what's
yeah.
I know
but it's because there is no guaranteed success with it. It's
No
not like
guaranteed
being a
success.
doctor or a lawyer or engineer or anything
right.
like that, where you can just kind of work your way up the ranks, build good relationships, and then the knowledge that you possess helps you excel and exceed in that field. With acting, it really is about right place, right time.
Absolutely.
Who knows you?
Yes.
Your talent is usually at the very bottom of that. Somebody that like you. I thankfully, and nepotism, I didn't have to audition for Churchy. I came up here to do one of DIYS, and Kev was like, yo, let me show you something. And he pulled me outside and he showed me the deck on his phone, and my character was right there.
Mm-hmm.
My work ethic kept me. Now, my work ethic made him think of me to put me in that position. My talent kept me in there.
Right.
But my work ethic, like you remember when we were at All Deaf and Kev had to let me go, there were tons of people that were getting let go left and right, laid off because of funding. And some people, once they found out that they were let go, their works, their effort and their work ethics just fell out. Just just a nosedive. I was still coming very first in the morning. I was a person that the automatic lights clicked on for, setting up coffee, and I was one of the last people leaving every time, even though I was about to be let go 2 weeks later. But
because you love it.
I love what we were doing.
And that's the difference between performers and people that are
just like doing it. That it's fun for.
That's like the intention.
Yeah.
So my students, I tell the same thing. Your talent, you need it, but it's probably about 20 or 30% of what's going to get you higher. Is your relationships. Do people like you? Are you pleasant on set? Are you there early? Are you willing to play? Are you going home learning? Are you prepared? That
man,
right there. I'm telling you.
Let me tell you something. I'm so thankful for this opportunity, but I had never been a series regular.
Yes.
So to learn 10 scripts that are evolving and changing during the shooting process, I had to tap into things I had never tapped into. And I was like, I was finding it difficult. So I was like, okay, let me figure something out. I downloaded this app called Voice Dream. And with Voice Dream, you can upload your scripts or anything like that, and it reads it for you. And so I did that.
Send me that, brother.
I will. So I would do this, and then I would listen to the whole script first, and to learn it.
Amateur hour. Free. This is cuisine. Corey, cuisine. Your whole.
So what I did was I got the synopsis of the whole season. I listened to that a couple times, and then I started with each episode, because once I understood, all right, what needs to happen in the beginning to get us to the end, then okay, I can help fill in the gaps. And then go episode by episode. All right, boom, let me learn the whole episode. Boom. Okay, now let me learn just my stuff. Okay, now let me listen to it while I read along. Boom. Okay, now I can start making decisions for my character. Okay, when I say this, I want this energy to be felt. Now I'm practicing my delivery. because I've basically recorded it to memory. And what I don't have recorded to memory, I have the scene recorded to memory, what needs to be said to get us from A to B. Because every scene has, and this is something that you learn when you're really in it, every scene has a dedicated amount of time when it's TV. You got 22 minutes on TV. So every scene is cut down to a certain amount of time, a minute and 40 seconds, or this scene only needs to be 38 seconds. All the ad-libbing is great, but it might get cut on the editing floor because we need to shave off 3 minutes from this episode. So you got to figure out, like, how do I stand out in every fucking scene,
That's right,
but still move it along and still be within the guidelines of what needs to be said as far as conversation.
And see, that's probably 80% of actors are not doing that kind of work. That's how I approach scripts.
Yeah.
What am I doing? What do I want? And where is this going? What is my character to this episode? Right? Or to this scene? And I read the whole thing. People don't read. People read their lines, and
they'll read what their lead in line. What I need to know. Who gonna cue me?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
and it shows in performance. But this is the work.
Yeah,
this is what I teach.
Yeah.
So like I said, I knew I was working with a person that loved it.
Nice.
Because if you don't read that, it's great for just your character, but sometimes you have to adjust for the energy of the scene.
Absolutely.
If I'm just reading my lines or reciting my lines, but the energy is up here and I'm just reciting my lines like playfully, so I'm like playfully, I'm not matching that energy. And now it looks like I'm not even part of this group.
And all of it matters.
All of it matters.
Who has stake? Like who has what do you call it? There are levels of what is it called when you when an actor has or a character has status. There are levels of status. You guys, this is your show. My status is lower than yours. There's a way that I'm speaking to you because this is your show, because it is your show, right? So if I'm entering a scene and I don't know what my status is, guess what? I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you got to understand.
I might not be matching the stakes of the scene, because I didn't read all
But also how I deal with you is on the level of, again, I'm not gonna try to out talk you on your own show. I'm gonna respect you in that manner.
Yeah.
So if I get on set, and it's like, dude, you don't have the stakes that this person has.
Yeah.
So there's a way you're gonna approach this person that's different from the regular person.
Absolutely.
All
of it matters, man. Reading the direction before a scene tells you a lot.
Absolutely.
Because if it's an interior scene, all right, we might raise our voices to a certain level, but we're not gonna get crazy because we're inside. But if it's an exterior shot and it was like I'm in a huff, then I know I can utilize all this space. There's so much more to do to show your energy other than just yelling.
Absolutely.
Arms up, utilizing the whole. I can't believe why would you do it instead of just staying here? Now, if it's a moment where it's intense and they need us here, then you stay in that moment. But if not, man, I'm using all of the space around me, because after we get the wide shot, when we go in for the close, now I can act the fool. Now it's the camera's on me. This my camera. Oh, you strap in, baby. We finna go for a ride. Yeah. So like, I love knowing those things,
master level skills,
and learning the nuances of like, okay, cool. Am I gonna have a camera, or is this gonna be a wide? We doing push-ins? Are we just gonna do how many takes we gonna do it? Because I always like when we shooting, I'm like, how many takes we gonna do? All right, can I go crazy on the third one? And because that's the one I'm about to show you everything with.
Absolutely.
And my goal is always like, I always think about Martin, because I work with Bentley Kyle Evans over there at Harvard Studio. Shout out to all of them. He directed Martin. So he saw Martin as Shanae, as Roscoe, as Dragonfly Jones, and he never told him to pull back. So when I started working with Bentley, I was like, you want me to pull back? He was like, don't ever pull back.
Ever.
Let me tell you to pull back.
Ever.
Always go for that. So that ever since I worked with him, I do that on every set, on Abbott, on Insecure. Insecure was probably the only set where they told me to just read it like it was on the paper.
Oh, really?
Yes, but at first, my ego was like, damn, bro, like, you don't want me to shine. But that wasn't a show for me, as far as like to highlight my talent. That was a show for the ladies. That was a show for the female gaze into navigating life.
The female gaze, huh?
Yeah, the black
female gaze, the lesbians,
gaze.
We call them lesbians.
Nope, not that gaze.
I know what you mean.
Don't try to.
I know what you mean. How dare you?
Put the camera on. Put the camera on. This right here. This the gaze right here. But but like understanding your role.
Yes, absolutely.
Understanding what you bring it into and what your character's supposed to do is a really big thing in it. So, but it was
That's
fucking phenomenal.
fascinating.
This was such an amazing experience, and there's so much going on right now. I hate that I wasn't present for all of it, like mentally and emotionally, but I'm very thankful for the opportunity, man. This is my first season regular. I mean, they call me a season regular on Insecure because I had 3 episodes, but it wasn't like this.
Yeah,
I sank my teeth into this.
you absolutely did.
I left everything
absolutely
on
did.
set, man, and it was amazing to be able to do that.
And
Same
it was
with you, man.
it was an honor being in the room with you, brother. I was
Same,
watching.
man.
I was watching.
Nick would turn it on, and this how I know he was a real test, because every scene we shot, it was every cool. He brought the energy, but this last scene we were inside of the restaurant, and it was right before a fight scene with him and Kev. And he was trying to get these lines because it was a very intense moment. He was very stoic and all that. And somebody was like laughing while we were trying to. He was like, "Could you stop? Because I got to get this, and I can't be distracted right this." And I was like, "Oh,
y'all be in character in between.
No,
cuts?
I have ADD.
And
motherfucker, I said, hey, excuse me.
And he said, I got distracted. He looked at the camera. I got distracted. So could you
Oh, this
stop?
was during the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We was shooting.
Oh
You
shit.
shouldn't.
Oh yeah. Well, that should be the AD should be on there. Right?
Because the here's the thing.
Yeah.
We notice everything.
Yeah.
A good actor sees, hears,
Mhm.
feels. Our senses should be at 100% all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I see, smell, hear, whatever. And so if somebody's beside me,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to focus in on having,
He was an extra putting too much sauce on the extra.
excuse me.
Yeah.
Extra.
He's
Are
supposed to
you
be
okay?
pantomiming.
Right,
Honestly.
right.
Yeah. He was
like,
a,
I said, what? Ain't nobody gonna stop this? Let me help you out. Cut that shit out. You calm down. As a matter of fact, cut that scene. Cut him completely
Cut
out.
everything.
Yeah.
Cut the day. We're all going home.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But you know what? I love watching movies and watching extras do way.
Me
much.
too.
It's so fun.
I always do that.
It's hot. The soup is hot. Sir.
Or when they're supposed, like when the main characters are doing something, they're just like,
Oh,
they're looking at each other.
Oh
Like,
my-
do you see this?
Do you see this?
oh, it's cold in here.
What? They're like, I'm
Nobody
about to
does
steal
that
this
in real
scene.
life.
Yeah.
You're not.
I'm gonna get
You're
discovered.
not.
I'm gonna get discovered
Yeah.
back here.
Nah, it's not going to happen.
800
That's
feet
a
away.
cold
It's not
game.
going to happen, man.
I said,
That's a
what are you
cold
doing,
game.
sir?
That's a cold game.
That makes me think of Soul Train and the dancers that would be there, and the ones that would be doing hella much. Like
They
On
want
the
that.
side.
They want that camera time.
Yeah.
That makes more sense though, because they're looking for people to
It's your moment.
highlight,
Yeah.
as opposed to somebody where it's like, we're just in a cafe. You just need to be drinking coffee back there, and they're just like,
Ooh, hot. Ooh, it's
do
the
you
coffee.
hear what's happening?
Ooh.
It's insane.
Ooh, what is this?
Gross. Oh, this is good. You gotta try this. All right.
I asked for sugar free.
Yeah. All right. Customer number 3. Reel it the fuck
Customer
back.
number 3 is if they even get that.
Background conversations where the person looks super interested, but
Right.
really talking.
Right.
It's super. Yeah, it's like
Right.
over.
Yeah.
I feel like they don't know how
the
big they're
funniest
You're
thing.
not
going
having no serious
until-
conversation in this McDonald's like
Right.
that. For your eyes to ever be that
Right.
goddamn wild.
And I
Why
don't
does
think
the Simpsons?
You don't really know you're going that
Why
big
does
until
the
after.
Oh my
Ain't
god.
nobody ever got no news, no McDonald's that made them go this wild.
Oh my.
Oh, grandma
Outside?
fell off the wagon.
Did you hear that?
Background, can we reel it back a little bit?
Right.
Just a little bit. All right, so we got some crazy stories today. Pat, one of the ones you wanted to kick off, right? Wasn't it the
Robot?
The robot, yeah. Let's start with that one, man.
Oh yeah, this is insane.
Oh,
This
my
was pretty crazy, man. So
Wait, is that a real robot or is that a fake play robot?
it's
That's real.
it's not a robot in the sense of like it's functioning. It was just designed to make it look like a robot.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's not like automated.
No.
Oh, okay. So I guess a robot hitchhiked
Mm-hmm.
10,000 miles. Wait, can you go back? A robot hitchhiked 10,000 miles across 3 nations, but when it got to America, it only lasted 2 weeks.
Because Americans are terrible.
Says so much about us.
It says a friendly hitchhiking robot learned that human kindness has its limits. After successfully hitchhiking more than 10,000 kilometers across Canada, Germany, and the Netherlands,
Mhm.
Hitchbot, which is an $1,000 social media experiment built from household items, was found dismembered in Philadelphia.
Mhm.
Yeah.
just
it's
2
really-
weeks
okay.
into its
Yeah,
American
facts.
journey. This is a child-sized robot that attended weddings, football games, danced at festivals, visited castles, and even toured with a heavy metal band during its international adventures. I don't know how it's getting all these gigs though. Equipped
know,
with
exactly.
GPS basic conversation abilities. Oh, it
It's
can talk.
huge. It's big.
Hitchbot charmed its way through multiple countries while documenting its journey. You scroll down a little
Look at
bit.
that. Look at that.
Through random photos every 20 minutes. It's actually a cool experiment. Low-key.
Right.
Can you keep going down?
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh
No.
no.
However, just 2 weeks into its American journey, after visiting Boston's Fenway Park and New York Times Square,
Oh, Jesus.
Hitchbot was found decapitated and
just-
dismembered
oh, my God.
in Philadelphia's historic Elfrith's Alley. That does
Oh.
sound dangerous.
That's
Uh,
the alley that Bruce Wayne's family got
Yeah,
killed.
for real.
Right.
Says the project aimed to
Crime
reverse
Alley.
the typical question of whether humans can trust robots by asking instead if robots could trust humans. Yikes. Failure.
Yeah.
So this is, it can talk, but it can't move.
No, okay, move.
And it went around Canada, Germany, the Netherlands, and then
So-
it died in Philadelphia.
I had done some research on this a little while ago, and basically I think it had an Instagram page, so people were aware that this robot was out, and so they would pick it up if they saw it on the side of the road.
yeah.
And take it to a wedding. The rock band that found
Jesus
them
Christ.
just took it on
Look
a
at
couple
look at
days,
that.
and it was like a fun thing because people knew it was a social experiment. So
Until
until
they crossed the seas, to
came over
America.
to the States.
2
man.
weeks is
Coming to
crazy.
America.
Yeah.
Coming to America.
Yeah, it's insane, man. It's so destructive.
Yeah.
And for no reason whatsoever.
Sometimes I'd be thinking we the worst because of how we run stuff, like on a government level.
Yeah.
But I even think on a citizen level,
Oh,
we are the
absolutely.
worst.
Well, it also starts at the top. So like
Sure.
if we're that type of country where we are a capitalist society moonlighting as a democracy.
Absolutely.
That's really what it is.
Absolutely.
And it's going to what is it?
Oligarchy. Yeah.
Because everything is ran by like 12 people. All of our businesses are ran by 12 people.
Yep.
I just saw this story
Mostly
today.
felons.
Yeah.
A good
There's
amount.
a good amount of
Yeah.
it. A good amount of, I don't know one like safe billionaire, like one billionaire that ain't done some shit. Like
Yeah,
you don't
absolutely.
get to that status or that level
Yeah.
without the lottery or without hurting some people or
Abs-
damaging people.
Absolutely.
No, for
And they was talking about Amazon on this video I was watching today, and it was like how a lot of Amazon employees in this one facility, and I forgot what city it was in, they're living in the parking lot. Like they're living in their cars in the parking lot. They'll get off work and they'll just move their car to another part of the parking lot, and they're living and sleeping in their cars because they're not making a livable wage
At
from
Amazon?
at Amazon.
I thought Amazon
And
was paying
because
people okay.
wherever this facility
Mm.
was, because it was just built and there are no other businesses in the area in that lot,
Mhm.
they said they're operating at a loss. So they're talking about once another business comes over, then they'll have a competitive edge and they won't be taking such a loss. As I guess maybe Amazon built the whole space, so that not only the facility they had, but the other ones that are sitting empty. And so they are living in their cars, and they said they're not getting like a real livable wage. And what they try to do is pacify them with like popsicles or they call it
Popsicles.
snack
Crazy.
attacks.
Popsicle.
That's like
Yeah.
Pizza Friday or something
Right.
Exactly.
at a terrible
exactly.
job.
What is this? Crunch Fitness?
Yeah.
They pass out pizza on Friday.
Crunch.
But like this is but you hear all these stories about how Amazon is $1 billion company and it's one of the national treasures when it comes to retail, and we love getting stuff the same day. But these people are working such long hours they can't afford to they don't have the time, that luxury to try to get a second job. And when they were saying that by the time they work 10 or 12-hour shifts, when they get off, the shelters are closed, so they're forced to sleep in these cars because after a certain time the shelters get full if you're not there early enough, so you can't get a bunk. So
This
it's
They
just
they went on strike right around Christmas.
Yeah.
It ended on Christmas Eve, but maybe the Teamsters, so they're part of a union, but the Teamsters were working with them. The strike ended, but yes, 200 facilities nationwide, they were going on strike because they're saying they're not getting enough pay and all
yeah,
that.
man.
That's
It's
insane.
crazy, bro.
I
Biggest
was
company.
that really concerned me, that strike, because I was I had some packages. But you know,
This is why America's part of the problem.
yeah.
This is why we on the way.
I thought the same thing, but I was impressed though. I was like,
impressed.
even with
even
the strike,
I said,
you got hit. You got all that here on time.
But here's
Shout
the
out
thing,
to the
that's when they
workers.
start outsourcing, and they're just hiring regular like task rabbiters and regular
Yeah, they
people to
should be.
drop off your package. And they'll send
Going
them a
around
vest.
it.
Yeah, they'll just send them a vest. So
Damn.
those are the equivalent of scabs when businesses are.
Yep.
Yeah, because
All
mine
right.
had a Chipotle costume on with the vest on. I said, what? Can you hurry up? I gotta get back to work. I said, oh.
Damn.
Okay.
Are the robots go on your street yet?
The
That's
ones on the
delivering
carts?
food
Yeah, we've seen
with the
those.
little the fallout on the back. You think that Amazon that's gonna replace the
I
I think
drivers?
they're gonna have those.
I think the drones.
The
I think
drones.
Amazon will have the drones before because the cars seem like they're too easy to manipulate, push over,
Decapitate like the robot.
like the robot. Exactly. They're gonna take the eyes off of it.
They're so cute.
They just-
Nigga around.
for real, though.
They take the wheels off and just take it in
Right.
their house, and now it's
Just for the hell of it.
Just bro, it's destructive.
Right.
We have destructive nature.
Post on the ground. I got your lunch. You know.
Yeah. I think they're
For
gonna
sure.
be dropping that shit
Oh.
off, and they aren't even just sitting on the ground. You have to get under it, and they just release it, so that way you're not stealing the drone because you
Yeah.
know niggas will.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah,
how?
We'll find a way. I'll make a way.
Yeah, I'm saying like I think that they would like Amazon would go to the drone route and they would just like drop it. It won't actually land because if it lands, then
Right,
niggas
it's
gonna
free
steal it,
game.
right?
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean, so they gonna just drop it off.
We're
Put a little
awful.
parachute on the box and shit.
Nigga, if the hitchhiking robot didn't make it, he didn't even
No.
have a purpose.
You
No.
know,
So shit with food
the
and
purpose was
packages.
joy.
In it.
The purpose was only joy and love.
Yeah.
That was it. It had
So-
heart, and the fucker had hearts for eyes, and
Right.
they still throw the motherfucker up.
So imagine it had food in it
Unbelievable.
or an Amazon gift.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Them drones is done
Done.
for already.
Done.
Hey man,
Somebody-
why
Hold on, Philly.
we talking about
Wait,
that?
hold on, wait. During the fires, some asshole flew a drone through
Mhm.
the thing that dumps the water just for the hell of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
the pink stuff?
Yes, someone
The
flew a
fire
drone
retardant
through it.
Content?
Yeah.
Was it cool looking?
Oh well.
Did you see the
Oh my God, fireworks! No. That was
Did you-
something
So I was about to say, how was the shot though?
amazing. Oh, that's what's in there.
At least that didn't shit on anybody.
Right.
It was just for the. Damn,
Oh,
I thought about flying my drone. over there.
America, we need to do better.
Please do. that.
We
got to do
I'm
better.
just, we need to do a lot better.
Please.
Really?
And while I say that, I just want to take the moment right now to remind you that this episode is sponsored in part by BetterHelp. Okay,
Yeah.
if you are not living the full potential of your life, you feel like something is holding you back, whether it's emotionally, mentally, or whatever. And let me also say this: there's no right or wrong time to start therapy. You don't have to wait until you're going through something to start therapy. That's one of the biggest misconceptions. That, and also the fact that men don't need therapy, or because you're a person of color, specifically black, you don't talk about
That's right.
house business outside of this house. Listen, fuck the people in that house.
That's right.
All right. If you need this help, you get this help. Again, you don't have to wait till everything's starting to fall apart. You can do therapy right now. I encourage you to do it when things are calm. So when things do start to switch, you could maybe easily pinpoint what started to affect your energy, your mood, your productivity, whatever it may be. I love the fact that BetterHelp does everything online. Everything online. It is so easy to make your appointments. You could do it via text, you do it the call, you do video phone, you can reschedule whenever you need to, and you can switch therapists at any time, but no
Amazing.
additional cost
Oh,
to you. It
wow.
is absolutely amazing. They give you access to a diverse network of more than 30,000 credentialed therapists with a wide range of specialties. And again, everything is done online. It makes therapy affordable. It makes it convenient, and this is the exact reason why they're serving over 5 million people
Wow.
worldwide. So, one of the greatest things I love about BetterHelp again is the flexibility. When I first started doing traditional therapy, I signed up with somebody. First of all, it took me 8 months to get a therapist. Got with this person, did not vibe with them. Like, it just didn't click. There's nothing they said. It just didn't mesh. It took me another 4 months to find a therapist. Then they placed me with another one, and that didn't work out. So when I started BetterHelp, the first one was cool, but our schedules didn't mesh. I got another therapist the same day,
Wow.
and they didn't charge me for it. It wasn't a prolonged process, anything like that. So if you're feeling like you might need therapy, I want to encourage you to take the first step. Visit betterhelp.com/DIYS to get 10% off your first month.
Oh wow.
That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/DIYS to get 10% off your first month. All right, take control of your mental health.
Give your pastor a break.
Give
He not trained in this. He can't. He gonna pray for you, but you bombarding him with all your problems.
Y'all be hitting the pastor like he can fix everything. Hey,
Right.
listen. All he gonna
Damn.
say is give it to God.
Give it to God.
But you need professional
Yeah, you need
help.
a professional.
You
help.
need professional help.
Something's wrong with you. Something's wrong with you.
We got to figure out why you eating this dirt, baby.
Yeah.
We say go outside, touch grass, don't eat dirt.
Don't
What are you
eat the
doing?
dirt. Pika. That's what they call it, pika. You stop eating that. Spit it out. Nasty self.
Okay, this is another crazy story right
here
here.
we go.
Australian cruise line staff dressed up for a costume party, insisting they were upside down snow cones.
Why would you even be that?
Cruise line staff donned their costumes for a festive holiday party, but the cruise line insists that they were upside down snow cones. Passengers aboard a P&O cruise in Australia a P&O Cruises Australia ship was shocked when they saw crew members walking around with white hoods, sparking confusion and concern. In response, communications director Lynn Scrivens explained that the staff were trying to get into the holiday spirit despite limited costume options. They were making the best of what they had available.
So it was only one flavor. Only vanilla ice.
Yeah,
cream.
what?
But here's the
Snow
thing:
cones are always different colors.
Yeah.
So
and-
it's just white.
yeah, that's just a cocaine vanilla
Yeah.
cone.
What is
That is a nightmare, is what it is.
And it looks like it's something on their right
The-
side.
the
left
badge
side.
thing?
Yeah, the badge thing. That's you can't tell me
Come on.
that's
That
a
was
snow.
terrible?
Look at the
excuse, too.
hoods, bro.
The excuse is terrible because, like, why would you be an upside down snow cone? A gang of snow cones chasing Santa Claus, and why would you be a right side up snow cone? It's a terrible.
It's a terrible.
That's not even like a holiday
bro.
themed costume.
We can't rationalize.
And they were like, "Well, we're not racist because we're not wearing robes. We're
Right.
just wearing all white." No, you're racist.
They could have said we
Yeah.
snow.
Oh my
We're
god.
elves, and
I've
this
never-
is the staff.
I would have preferred them say that they were lines of cocaine. Like, this is a party cruise. We're all doing
Right.
lines.
What is
And
happening?
they're walking around with big pieces of cardboard shaped like credit cards.
Can you
Like,
imagine being a person of color waking up to see this?
here's the thing. This is the perfect opportunity for you to like assault somebody.
Oh yeah.
And you could claim temporary insanity, be like,
I'm
yo,
not-
I freaked out.
Welcome to
I thought
America.
these
Here we go
clowns
again.
walked toward me.
America's violence.
Here we go.
This is
Here we
what the
go.
hitchhikers, the hitchhiking robot experience.
No.
Tear it up.
Hey,
Beat his ass.
listen, that was a social experiment.
Yeah.
This right here was sometimes people need
Oh,
their
hey,
ass beat
look,
to be
look,
reminded.
Look, he's on the Nazi salute.
Yeah,
You
he
see that?
did that. I saw him
Yeah,
do this.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
right. Then he tried
Yeah.
to play it off like he was waving.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I had a friend from Australia. They're the worst.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Racist?
Oh, they're terrible. They have no clue that they are.
Oh, so they're just ignorant to the fact that they're ignorant.
Oh yeah.
Because they're that far away from black people.
Oh man. I like I told you, I had a friend from Australia, and he was like, "Say the word nigga. You ain't nigga." And I'm like, "Hey man, what you are you testing me?"
He wanted you to what?
He just wanted to say it. He wanted
Oh.
to say it, and he thought it was because like we were friends, and he could,
Oh, you gave him the pass. You thought you gave him the
he
pass.
thought.
Uh-uh.
The lips he didn't have, he had something that night.
Yeah,
So
like,
you
I
gonna
will
keep
slap them
saying
a
it?
Bible page lips. You know your lips are the width of a grain
a
of
muppet.
rice,
Of
and
a
you try to.
muffin.
You know, Mama ain't got no lips. It's just a mouth. Yeah, your lips.
Lips of a muffin is crazy.
Let me help you find them. Boop.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Now look. You
Americans
see how
are-
it's swung?
Americans are violent.
I know.
Americans
I
are
know,
violent.
I
Here we
know.
go.
But that was that. That's
That's
for a
fine.
reason. That's for a reason.
Yeah, you asked
The hitchhiker had no reason.
Unbelievable.
I wanted to go real quick, if we can, to the Tahir, because yeah,
This is insane.
Pat, please take this one. This is all you right here.
All right. So apparently there's a movie about a murderous car tire named Robert.
Why?
The entire movie features the tire rolling around, murdering people and blowing things up. The movie's called Rubber. It was made 15 years ago, 2010, and it features a sentient car tire named Robert that mysteriously comes to life and uses telekinetic powers to cause destruction. This includes harming people and objects. It's a mix of dark comedy, horror, and absurdity, making it a unique. Wow, they use the word classic.
Listen, I want to see it. I'm not gonna hold you.
I
I
kinda
like.
do too.
It's at one point with my Patreon, I was doing
Terrible
like
movies?
just terrible movies, right?
Yeah.
We watched this one movie called Velocipaster about a pastor who would get angry and turn into a
Oh
velociraptor.
God, I knew that's where it was going.
But no, you don't know how bad it is.
Is it bad?
The suit was the blow up suit from the Halloween store. That was the
that's right.
That, and they made it seem like he was over in China, and it was just like
China.
it was just like what's where everybody go hiking at?
Runyon.
It was just like Runyon. It was just it was
Oh,
just
yeah.
God, that's terrible. Oh God, that's awful.
so bad.
I got one for you.
What?
Black Devil Doll from Hell. Have y'all seen that?
Black Devil Dog?
Dolls from Hell
No. Why black?
because they were black.
Like that type of black.
And they were called racial terms like "Get away from me, you nigglets!" And so these
By white people?
by white people. So they were slave dolls that attacked people in their sleep.
What year is this?
I look at that, Aiden. Oh, that's it. Black
Oh.
Devil Dolls from Hell. Now you talking about a movie? That doll rapes the lady.
No
No, that was horrible. But the way they do
Was that
it,
a girl? Is that a girl?
that is dragging? No, it's a dude with braids.
Ain't no way.
Yeah. This is Chucky before Chucky.
This
Black
is
Devil-
horrible.
This is horrible. Black Devil Doll from Hell.
That's bad.
Now,
But
you-
it's also like,
You gotta see.
I mean, besides them calling them nigglets, I could see that. I could see that premise coming out today.
yeah.
You know, I feel like this Tahir is on the lines of like Sharknado, where it's like this premise is we know it's not going to be like. I feel like people might go into that like maybe this is scary. You know?
Right.
This is like you have to see it because of how bad of a premise it is.
I'm interested in its evil origin story. Like, was it a bad dildo?
Was it a bad car?
Yeah, but it was a bad. And then
A
all of
serial
sudden-
killer died in a car?
Yeah, what happened? Why did this
Oh.
rubber Robert turn into a serial killing
Why is it named Robert?
Robert? Why?
How
Bobby the tie.
an hour and 30 minutes of this?
Ooh. I'm a producer.
Man,
So-
let's look up Pan Man
Pan Man. No.
movie
Is
2011.
this another one?
This is another one. This one is dude stupid.
We should have a terrible movie night.
Ain't no way. Is that it? Is that
That's
it?
it. That's it.
Like that's all that he don't have no powers. It's just the pan.
He's just walking around
Well,
killing
knock
people.
knock
With the
your
big
shit over.
pot on his head. Yeah, that's. So if you watch Velocipaster or Pan Man, they will continue to bring up all of
blood
these
is boiling.
horrible ass movies on Amazon, and they are just so incredible.
What's the
bad.
premise of this?
I don't even
Did
know
you
because
see
I
it?
just
Oh, this
I
was made in 2011.
yeah, I just looked at the
There's
trailer.
a demon in your
and-
kitchen. That's the tagline.
There's a demon in your kitchen.
Can we play the
There's a
trailer? Is
demon
it
in
can
your
we clear that?
Oh, it's a demon chef.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
That's
That's a little more fleshed out.
Yeah, okay.
I'm kind of getting into it.
Oh, there's the trailer.
yes.
Making him a chef killing culinary schools. Students.
One
It's
by
not bad.
Bloody One.
Look.
Is he English?
Now that man was a 50-year-old. Who was that running? Can we rewind that back? Hold on. I know that wasn't a student.
I love seeing how old they cast.
Right.
Like, it'd be high school and the nigga would be 45.
45.
That's how I felt about the first Spider-Man.
Pan Man.
This is
It's
horrible.
Beautiful penmanship. Beautiful penmanship the Pan Man has.
Look at
I hope he doesn't stab
Oh my
people.
God,
If
I
he
know one of the
uses like
actors.
weird
Jesus.
stuff that's in the kitchen, like a
He's
meat
just
tenderizer,
clocking
Right.
with the pans. Don't watch
the pans, the meat tenderizing hammer,
Right.
wine openers,
Skin them with the thing you put potatoes in.
potato skidder.
Oh, he had a cleaver right
That is
there.
not a student. These are 50-year-olds. Get them out of here.
Nah, for real though.
Look
Now,
at it.
sometimes you decide later in life you want to be a chef.
Right.
Look how he got up. He got up like
Oh,
the whole
He
head
just
against the
knocked
wall.
nigga head off with a skillet.
Why is he holding their hands and spinning on the beach though?
Lord. Not the pizza cutter. Not the pizza cutter.
That's how it looked when they were supposed to be in China.
It's-
no.
It's funny when you can tell they didn't use a camera that was good enough.
Right.
Oh my god.
What's the green stuff?
I don't know. It's so special.
Magic.
power I got,
Oh,
man.
he passed his powers along to the next fan. The pan is possessed.
That's LA. You could tell by those blinds that was an
That
LA
sure
apartment
is.
right there.
You got it.
Pan Man.
Pan Man.
That
Coming this
looks
Halloween.
terrible. That is so bad.
Horrible.
I wonder how they be feeling on set though. When you know you're making a bad movie,
Bro.
You don't know. You
No, I
have
I think
no.
you do.
Oh,
sometimes you
but
do.
I'm gonna tell you something. Let me
Velocipaster.
tell you something. I've been in some plays where I thought we were killing the game
Yeah.
because I bring 100% everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And my mama, she would be the Nick. Man, some things you have to say no to. That was the worst shit I've ever. I'd be like, what? I'd be completely oblivious to it.
Did she be like, but you were good in it?
No, no. She would say you were awful. You also were awful because you took it. Yeah. Why would you do that? You've shamed our whole family.
Oh, shame on
Not the
you.
family
You
shame.
shamed our whole family.
Shame on you. Dishonor to you.
Dishonor
Dishonor to you. On your cow.
Nicholas, you dishonored our family.
Wait,
are we done?
No, not yet. Not yet. We've got to do the intro song.
Oh, oops.
Oh damn. We
Yeah,
did.
right.
We got talking about the craft.
I know,
the
I
act-
know,
the
we got
acting
into
thing
it.
Does it to us.
All right, let's do the
I like talking about
jacuzzi
the
of
craft.
despair, and then we'll do the outro song, and we'll do the wrap up.
Are you acting too?
Not really, but I'll be
Okay.
dabbling.
You trying to get into it?
Yeah, you be hosting,
That's
and,
awesome.
and performing deep in the Gulf of Mexico, which is rebranded to the Gulf of America.
Gulf of America.
Lies the jacuzzi of despair, a deadly brine pool that kills anything that enters its water. It is highly saline, contains toxic levels of methane and hydrogen sulfide, and is significantly denser than the surrounding water. This combination makes it inhospitable to most marine life. Creatures that accidentally wander into it are usually unable to survive. The name comes from a dramatic appearance and the fact that it creates a clear boundary between the brine pool and the surrounding seawater, resembling a surreal underwater jacuzzi.
I don't like how they make it seem like it's not horrible.
Right.
Like
Oh, yeah.
calling it the jacuzzi.
of despair.
You kind of want to get in it, and then
Yeah,
you're
you
like, oh,
do.
everything dies in there.
But they have pictures. Where's the picture? The next one with the crab.
That water has to stink.
Oh yeah,
oh yeah. Oh damn.
just dead,
Ew.
just dead.
He was probably there was probably like a couple seconds where he was like,
If it's
this is
Oh.
nice.
if it has sulfur and stuff in it, that water smells like boo boo.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
and eggs.
Egg, yeah, dude.
Sulfur, eggs.
Oh,
That smell is weirdly nice sometimes.
Really?
I don't know.
You like eggy smells?
No, not really, but so I have been around sulfur where I'm like, this is gross, but
Give me an example of
like
sulfur
a
smell.
natural hot spring. You know how there's like a slight sulfur smell
Yeah,
to it?
yeah.
Sometimes it's like, this is
Hate them.
nice.
Hate
It's
them.
kinda like
I hate the smell.
yeah.
Hate them.
When you get a whiff of something doing like back shots. You
Oh,
get, like,
wow.
little,
Oh, wow.
little back shot. You be like,
Going over there, huh? Sure thing.
I don't know if
it's
I
got
can.
a little tang on it, but I ain't mad at it. Hey man,
I am. Get your belongings and get out. How dare you?
Hey man, she was active today.
I don't
appreciate
care.
it. I like an independent
She
woman.
was active. It's crazy.
She was active
God,
today.
these boots were made for walking.
It's okay, baby. She be like, "Did you smell that?" Yeah, I smell you.
It was an impromptu pull-up.
Okay.
I was in the neighborhood.
I understand. I understand.
Impromptu
It's all right. You're excused. It's okay. No, me. If I smell anything, out of here.
If it smelled like
I
the,
actually need a smell test first. Let me see. Let me.
Oh,
Nope. Gotta
if
go.
it smelled like the jacuzzi of despair,
Out of here. Out of here. Actually, that's what I call it. Oh, you're a jacuzzi of despair. aren't you?
jacuzzi of despair
Yeah.
down there.
How dare you walk over here like that? And it'd be the most
Oh.
beautiful people in the world that walk
Yeah.
around here stinking. Because
Yeah.
no one ever tells them.
nobody
Everybody's
you
scared of them.
gotta break that ego.
Yeah.
You gotta break that ego and just let them know, like, hey, you are so beautiful, but your breath smells like a shit salad.
By the way, my breath. Look, okay, so guys, I fast in the mornings
Mm.
until 2:00 every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I had coffee today. So my breath, something in coffee makes your breath smell like doo-doo too. I don't know
Yeah.
what.
It don't just smell like
Yeah.
coffee.
No,
That's a
something.
wow.
There's some chemical in coffee mixed with your saliva that forms a sulfur. So that's what coffee breath is. It's that doo-doo is just the combination.
Wow.
So if you guys smell doo-doo, I didn't poop. It's just me not eating and the sulfur from the coffee.
From the coffee?
So I apologize. I'm doing a preemptive apology.
The
I smell
coffee breath
doo-doo,
is
I would
caused by the
never-
acidic and sulfuric compounds.
Oh, y'all didn't believe it. Y'all didn't believe it, brother, when he was telling
No,
you.
she just does this every time.
Oh, she did.
does this
Okay,
every
you would
time.
fact check.
I
I understand.
It comes from me.
Better quit fact checking.
Because I lie so much. Because I lie so much. They started doing this
No, I
all the
appreciate it.
time.
I wanted to find out what the compound was. you were
Yes.
saying,
No,
so
I know, baby.
it's not
I
even
appreciate.
more
I
specific.
appreciate.
I thought coffee breath was just your breath smell like coffee.
No, coffee breath is the mixture of that coffee, which is
Oh
a
wow, so it
compound.
smells worse than coffee.
Yeah.
So I was saying it dries up the saliva production in your mouth,
Mhm.
and then now you can't wash away all the bacteria. The bacteria starts.
Ah, I
you
didn't know
know,
that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
having a
cotton
party.
mouth.
So
Yeah.
if
Having
so-
a party.
so if you drink coffee, know that you walking around here doodling in people's face.
Wow.
I mean, or just chew some gum. If you're not fasting, you chew some gum. Or
I
you
used to
know.
have a teacher that would, oh God, I mean, my eyebrows just grew back. And she would be like, "Good morning." I was like, "Oh my
Jesus.
God." She would have a cup of coffee. I'm like, "God, is it her?"
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's why I did this research. So why does my teacher stink?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I don't drink coffee, but I assume coffee breath wasn't that bad.
But you know what helps you? Actually, after my fast, I do an apple. Apples for some reason.
Yeah,
Help
apples
cleanse
have a
the
lot
palate.
of healing properties. My mom
Absolutely.
eats apples after meals to help her with indigestion.
Absolutely.
It
I-
helps
I love
her
'em.
indigestion, and she's been doing this for years. She's been doing this.
Helps
for
with
years.
indigestion.
Yeah, for her it does. Like it helps her indigestion, and
Let's,
I didn't know
let's,
that
let's,
was a
let's
thing.
verify that, please.
I'm gonna check
And you
right
just
now.
eat an
Trust
apple
but verify.
every day at 2 p.m.
I eat an apple. I try to eat an apple every single day
to break the
to
fast.
break the fast.
Why?
I want to eat something raw.
Okay, yes.
first.
Apples can help with
Okay.
indigestion and acid reflux because they are less acidic than the stomach acid and contain alkaline minerals. So yeah,
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get my apple game up.
Yep,
That
the
is.
mucus,
I hate
the
indigestion.
mucus also,
Apples may help
if you're not
reduce-
as regular,
Mhm.
I mean,
wow.
apples really, an apple a day really, that now,
Yeah,
see, my
see?
grandma said a lot of crap, but that
Mhm.
was the truth.
That was
Apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Absolutely.
that's
People be
all
believing
right.
their grandparents. Their grandparents be lying.
That's
sometimes.
all right.
Yeah.
You can't believe old people.
You could
Old
turn the
people be
light
lying.
on in the
Old people
They be
car.
lying. They be lying, and they also have outdated thinking and views on certain
Absolutely.
things. So,
You gotta trust and verify.
before we get up out of here, man, we didn't get a chance to do the intro song, so we're gonna do an outro song. And basically, on our intro songs, which we'll do the same for the outro, we basically just try to rhyme at some point. Internet, you scary. You can do that with like, met a nice young lady named Mary. She had a fat brother named Larry, who happened to be allergic to dairy.
Oh.
Damn, internet, you scary. It doesn't have to be, and it's also not good. We don't try to do it good.
Don't have
We
to be good.
intentionally make it
great.
bad.
Oh.
This is not, the freestyle 5 fingers of death type shit. I just make a beat, Pat kicks it off, and then he's gonna pass it to you.
Okay, good luck.
Okay.
All right. We'll see where this
We're
goes.
gonna put all of those classes and all that studying and all that poetry to work right now. Here we go.
No pressure. Go ahead.
I'm gonna just do an easy beat. Dun-dun-dun, dun, dun-dun, 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 dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
It's
dun.
an outro song, y'all. So this is our goodbye. Our lessons today: America sucks, and apples keep your breath from getting musty. Yo, we about to get silly. R.I.P. to the robot who died in Philly. About to lick it like a lesbian.
Oh.
Shout out to our guest who's a thespian. Ain't no acting. I'm about to start crapping on the damn beat. So watch this boo-boo on your feet.
That was amazing.
Yeah. It's on you, brother.
Yeah. On
Come
the
on.
ones and twos. Yeah.
Yeah.
My name is BIGNRC. I'm at the studio with Tahir, and I'm trying to figure out what to say.
Hey.
But y'all will love it, nigga. Anyway,
Hey.
we're trying to talk about the America. We're talking the eggs went down. No, I psych. You
Yeah.
paying the same price. Gas ain't went down neither. Those transgenders. Oops. Did that fly out?
Well, that's the first.
That's the first. My
Trans-
trans community, I love you. I love
we
my
love-
trans community.
Yes, we love you.
You're the best. Good thing we come out of the bathroom now. Y'all still praying for them eggs, though, ain't you? Them eggs is cheap now, ain't they? No. We've been hoodwinked, bamboozled on the muck on. I love y'all.
Oh, Nick Field, before we get out of here,
Yes, sir.
man, please tell the people what you got coming up, what they should look out for, where they can find you, all your social handles, all of that, man. Drop it for them.
I can't wait to tell y'all. Absolutely nothing. There's nothing coming up. You can follow me. No. NICFEW on Instagram. I'm looking up at the monitor. The camera's right here, isn't it?
Yeah,
You
it
can
doesn't
do that.
matter. It still catches. It
Okay.
agrees. It tracks.
NIC. Don't put the K in there. You're not going to find me with NICK. It's NICFEW. F is in Frank EW on Instagram. I got a couple of things in the works. I got a movie. I got a couple of plays that I think are going to be groundbreaking.
Hey,
And
congrats, brother.
yes, and I'm so excited. Like I said, working with my brother here
man.
was life affirming.
Nice.
Thank
Life
you,
affirming.
bro. That was
Yes.
amazing. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Big compliment.
Absolutely. Iron sharpens iron, and we did that for each other on that set. And I
Yeah.
hope the world. I think the world is.
I think they'll
really
love it.
Oh, they're gonna
I
love
think they'll love it. Yeah,
it. Ready for the
absolutely.
next NAACP
Come
award.
on, man. Listen. Yeah,
It's,
Put it
you know
out
what?
there.
I'm gonna say something.
Put
It's-
it out there.
It's something to be recognized by us because we
Yeah.
are hard on ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh my God! When
We're tough critics.
we are tough on each other. So
Yeah.
I'm ready
Yeah.
and I'm proud. So I'll see y'all out there. Add me.
There it is, man.
Add me.
As always, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tahir Moore.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
And we'll see you next week on another episode of Damn Internet. You scary.
Gang, gang.
Peace out, guys.
All right, Patreon, we got one more.
One more.
Guys.
Who's the last? Yeah.
Oh, he was drunk before. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's get it. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Tahir Moore,
I'm Patrick Cloud.
and this is another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary.
Yeah.
Very special guest on the pod today, ladies and gentlemen. This brother, it's crazy. It's almost like an all-deaf reunion right here. I think he was there, and then Pat was there. Just Snow was at Deaf when Patrick just had Twist.
Yeah.
Pat
was,
was an intern
Uh-huh.
and twisted up, and this was crazy. You were there before I was there. I came in afterwards, and yeah, man. So this is a mini all deaf reunion. Everybody has gone on to do amazing things. He's been a writer on Wild 'N Out. He's had his own multiple shows. He's had multiple videos go viral online and on YouTube. He's a stand-up comedian. Just filmed his first 1-hour comedy special. Ladies and gentlemen, we got in the building Compton's own Mr. J. Snow.
What up?
What's up,
It's good to
gang?
be here. It's good to be
Hey,
here.
man.
Thanks for having me.
First of all, congratulations on the special, man. We both worked with this guy named Jack Vine to produce our special. They came at us with a crazy deal. The craziest thing about this whole thing is that we only got to film this special once.
One time.
Most comedy specials are filmed 2 to 3 times minimum, and we got a one take, and then we did pickups at the end,
Uh-huh.
and it's
Yeah.
the craziest thing.
Normally they shoot multiple times in different areas. You get different
Yes.
crowds and
Yeah.
stuff, right? We had one shot
and
in
a small
September.
stage.
And a small stage. You had to get everything out. The crowd had to be there. Luckily, my show went really well. Like,
Yeah.
I'm really proud.
They
of
were
it.
talking about yours when I went up to film mine. The next day when I went to
Bro.
go film mine, they were talking about your special.
Oh, that's
Nice.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, it's good. I'm excited for it. I'm super critical of it. I've watched it like 2 times only, bro, to send notes back.
Yeah.
And each time I watch it, I find something else that I'm like,
I it's so cringe watching
But
myself, bro.
everybody who's seen it says nothing but great things,
Good.
and that means a lot. So I'm
Yeah.
excited to show people. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I'm terrified. I kind of want to scrap mine.
word.
Yeah, because you know what it
Why?
was. I found out that I was shooting this probably not even 5 weeks out. It might have been like 4.5 weeks.
I
And so-
beat that, bro. It's 2 weeks. I
You had
learned.
2
I
weeks?
learned about my special 2 weeks before it, bro.
Damn.
2 weeks.
But it was stuff you were already working on?
It was stuff I had been working on, but did I feel like it was ready to tape?
Yeah.
Did I feel like I had the closer? Like,
Yeah.
no, I was still sort of up in the air about a lot of those things, but those are decisions that I literally just had to make
Yeah.
and commit to, and I did it, and I think I have a really good body of work.
Now you're an amazing writer. You wrote on a number of things with yourself and a collaborative process like Wild 'N Out, and then I think you worked with Sydney on what was the
Like
show on
a lot of
HBO?
award shows
Game
too,
Theory
right?
and
Yeah.
BET Awards, Hip Hop Awards, Soul
Bomani,
Train,
yeah.
Nice.
Bomani Jones, Game Theory was on HBO. That
Mhm.
was it was a sports show. It was a late night sports show. They was taking a shot at something different, which was dope. It was a great opportunity to have. It kind of put me in the seat of where I wanted to be for so long. Like writing sketches and stuff like that was something that I did because I didn't know how to do the films
Yeah.
and shows and shit yet, right? So being in that seat, getting to experience that, and then seeing what that was like was a dream come true. But it definitely gave me perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That
How
I
so?
wasn't
On
ready for.
which way? Like perspective on like what you want to do or how you need to do what you want to do.
Across the board, really. Like, truth be told, you guys, you experience shit in this business, right? I don't know if I can curse or not, but like,
yeah.
can.
Fuck it.
right, like we've all had our hand in entertainment and TV or whatever, in YouTube versus TV. And what I learned is that you kind of just like, it doesn't matter how high up that ladder you get on whatever other platform it is. If it's not your own, like you just cannot control anything.
Yeah.
You cannot control what the end outcome is. You can't control how people view the material. You can't control how people deliver it. And it's just like, yo, like it was literally a fight to make the show funny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was a fight to get jokes in. And I'm like, damn, this is weird. Like, what are we doing? Are we trying to make this a fun show or not?
What was the fight? Because everything had to be so PC or what?
Mostly because when it gets to, say like a company that's a big fucking company,
Any
right?
company that has legal.
Any company that has legal, any company that has money, any company that has status or whatever, they want to
tiptoe.
control, bro.
Yeah.
And so they hire executives to control and go do their bidding. And these executives may or may not know what it is that they're even doing. They're just pulling up to a job like, what we got to do today?
Right.
And sometimes they like what they see, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they want to have their hands in everything. And if everyone's not aligned, that's another problem. It's like there's too many cooks, there's too many decisions to be made. So
it sucks when and you see it the most in entertainment, that they want our rhythm but don't want our blues.
right.
They want the black views, they want the black eyes, they want the black dollars, but they don't want to embrace our culture from a realistic standpoint. They would rather water it down. And I you know, whether that's to make it more digestible for our counterparts, our white and Asian counterparts, or whether that's just because they don't want to fully embrace us. Whatever the reason is, it definitely comes off inauthentic.
Inauthentic.
I was trying to
Right.
make. I was trying to make I was no. It has to be UN.
Yeah, he's like, no, not authentic.
Inauthentic.
Not
bro.
authentic.
I couldn't even
Bro.
say it with the UN in front of it.
But
I
I
almost
get
had a
what you're
stroke.
going. What he's saying is like what I think he's tapping in on is something that's a much bigger problem we ain't gonna get into right now because then we go have a fucking civil rights talk. But like it's the idea of like you're not qualified or equal until you act accordingly or do a certain thing
Fall in
or
line, kiss the
fall
ring.
in line and
Mhm.
become a certain image that I accept that I
Mhm.
think is okay versus
Mhm.
just being your natural self.
Yes.
It's a whole wash type situation that's going on with content or just creativity in general. Like across the board, this shit's been happening for decades. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? So it's
I-
nothing new.
I just found this video. I came across this video, and in the last episode we were talking with the homie Nick Few, and he was talking about how like if you have a black fan base and you're authentic black, that's great because it's so hard for us to be impressed by others.
Right.
And I saw this video of this guy named Blind Tom, and is born to the Bethune family, white slave owners, and his kid was born blind, and he was autistic, but he could hear music and copy it to a T. I think he wrote his first song at 4 or 5, and by 6 he was playing in for the crowds. And he grew up to have major success, but he wasn't accepted by the whites because he was still black.
Right.
They in articles they related his talent to that of a gifted dog or horse.
That's
Damn.
crazy.
Right?
Damn.
That's crazy. The
It's like-
audacity.
Right.
God
It's like, but I
damn.
can play the piano.
Yeah. Not only could he play the piano in the video on him, they were saying that he could
Jesus
he
Christ.
could play one song with one hand, play another song with the other hand, and sing a completely different song. So 3 different songs are going on, and he would bring people on stage and have them try to play songs or their most complicated songs, and he would listen to it, call out every note that they played, even the mess ups. Then he would go over and play the songs from memory and by ear, like just
Jesus.
immensely.
And they were like,
talented.
that's like a gifted horse.
Right.
Right. Can you imagine how infuriating that would be to be able to play 2 different songs with your hands and hear music and be blind and motherfucker be like, hey, it's like a gifted dog.
Yeah. It's like, but humans can't do this.
You
And
can't do this.
they said
What do
that he made probably, or the bookings that he would have made would have been equivalent to like $3.2 million by today's money. However, he was probably getting paid $1,000 a month by today's standard,
Damn.
and that would go into him and his family when he got that much. The
Mhm.
rest of the money was going to his slave owners.
Of course.
Oh, damn. I forgot this was during slavery.
Yes.
Okay.
You're like, wait, was this 2019?
I thought
What
this was like 1920s or
So
something.
the black community didn't accept him because he's playing for these white people and they're talking down on him, talking down about us, but he's sharing our culture to them. So the black community was like, well, fuck with you, Uncle
Right,
Tom ass
right.
nigga. And the white community is like, oh, he's like a
Ah.
gifted dog.
Yeah.
That's
So what do you
nuts.
do?
He just kept
You
on
know?
playing until he died. But yeah, man, that was just it just goes to show you like how they want our culture. They want to be
Yeah.
entertained by us, but they still don't accept us. They still don't look at us as equals. It's just a crazy place to be in. And I can't imagine how alone he must have felt not being accepted by either community
Right.
and being blind.
Right.
All he had was the music.
That's crazy, yo. You can't even see. You can't even distract yourself with shit you can like see and like you
Right.
gotta listen.
You're only hearing shit talking.
All you're hearing is bigotry
Negative.
and piano keys
And he
your
never-
whole life.
Slap the
never
keys,
said
nigga.
black or white. he doesn't even know why you don't like
Yeah,
him.
Right.
He can't even
Right.
see his skin color.
Oh,
You don't know what he look
damn.
like.
That's like Clayton Bigsby. But like wholesome.
That's great. That is a wholesome Clayton Bigsby.
That's nuts. That is very confusing. You're like, I thought you guys cheer when I play though.
He had to be the most angry nigga in history. Like more mad than Dick Gregory type
Man.
angry. Like Dick Gregory was one mad nigga.
Man, let me tell you something. Dick Gregory, but he be talking that
was-
shit.
He was mad because he was aware. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That's the problem with awareness. is
I
the
feel
more
like,
aware
yeah.
you become about shit.
He's like that Harriet Tubman man. You know what I'm saying? Leaving niggas who can't open up their mind to see the importance of escaping to the north to try to fight for your freedom. Hitting babies in the head with the butter rifles because it's like, hey, listen, this baby got shit up. If it can't, I'm gonna shut it up.
This is gonna sound crazy, but like that had to be a great decade to be alive
What?
for Harriet Tubman.
Oh,
Right?
What you mean?
Because she was not fucking around.
No, she wasn't.
Like
Nah.
if I'm running through the woods trying to escape slavery and the motherfucker betray me or start talking shit and I pull a shotgun on him or shoot him and I get away with it, like bro, you know how crazy of an era that had to be.
That's
Man.
I never really thought about it. Like that is kind of crazy.
People
Like,
already like her reputation precedes her, so she go on bars like, Harriet, drinks on me all night.
she knew she was that nigga.
Oh,
It
she
bro.
was
was a
like,
no
yeah.
bullshit era. Like you
For
couldn't-
real.
you
Listen.
couldn't bullshit anybody back then.
Bro, she getting ready, listening to Tupac, putting a bandana
Listen
on,
to Tupac's crazy.
Yeah, who was a Tupac
lacing
in the
up her
slave era?
heels. She put those sweatpants under the dress because she's still a fucking lady.
She had to have some type of arrogance.
I mean,
Like
Of
I
course.
put up numbers this year. You know what I'm saying?
I put up
She had. We know her stats, so you know she did
You had to have arrogance to try to escape slavery.
multiple times and then go back.
Yeah.
Right. And try to help people and save
Mhm.
people. Like,
Yeah.
I got a route. Like,
Yeah,
what?
Damn.
listen. And by the way, for those that might want to look
Weirdly
up the story about
motivational.
Blind Tom, his last name was Wiggins, so it's Blind Tom Wiggins. And it
Blind
just,
Tom Wiggins.
he was so good at playing the piano. His slave master saw how well he was able to adjust and listen to stuff that he actually got him lessons in. And
Whoa.
he in a
slave master?
year's
That's
time,
wild.
he surpassed his piano teacher's knowledge. Like they had nothing else to teach him, and that's how he started doing like the La Parla tricks and stuff.
That's
like
crazy that talent like trumps everything, like racism, everything. They're like, this is my slave,
to a certain
but
degree.
this nigga's good.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm giving you lessons. No freedom though,
Yeah, no freedom, and also
but lessons.
I'm gonna take some of that money. Okay,
I want you to hone
And-
this
and no-
craft.
and no, you can't buy your freedom. Let's not do that.
Right.
But yeah, man, it was a crazy time, man. Before we go on, man, we have this tradition where we do an intro song, freestyle it.
Okay.
Pat kicks it off. I do the beat and he passes it to you. The only rule is we try to rhyme at some point, damn it, and that you're scared with something. So it can be like, got a bad chick named Mary, bitch is allergic to dairy. Damn it, and that you scary. It doesn't have to be good. We prefer it don't be good because we're not gonna make it good at all. This is not 5 Fingers of Death. This is just tradition.
right.
We literally
Tats.
Mistakes.
There's no don't exist.
It could be rap, it could be opera, it could be reggae. Actually, we haven't done reggae in a while, so maybe just do some reggae. And
Okay.
just
Some
just
reggae,
yeah,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Like
fuck
that's
it.
yeah. You
Right,
with the
yeah.
Compton nigga. Yeah, damn. Okay, since you're from Compton, we could do something from Compton. Who else we got from Compton? We got Kendrick.
It's a big one.
Yeah, you got Ice Cube. You got
Ice Cube.
NWA, you got Dre. You got you don't got.
Well, Dre, yeah. Okay, so Dre, what's a good Dre song?
We can stick to the reggae. It don't
You
matter.
sure?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, fuck it. Here we go.
It's like you don't got to put me in a box.
Yeah, right.
What's from
I'm
Compton?
trying to accommodate the
Piano,
guest.
nigga.
Hey, you want a pistol while you rap? Okay, here we go. Damn, I had the Bob Marley song in my head. Which one? But I can't think of it right here.
Was it jamming? Still go to.
Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I love jamming, but I can't get that beat. Dun, 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 dun,
That sounds
dun,
like Rocky.
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, that's close.
Boop,
Sound like
boop,
ice
boop.
cream truck.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna do some like club reggae shit, some dance hall.
Oh, Beanie Man reggae. Yeah, brother.
Beanie Man reggae.
Bop, 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 bop.
Beanie Man reggae.
We got another episode of Damn Internet You Scary. I got dreads, then they hairy. We gonna kick it off like this, like this. Bop, 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 bop. Hey,
Talk to
I'm
this
a
girl
rap
named-
slow. If you cold, then we got Jay Snow. Hey, he came through to say hello. I'm about to pass the threshold. This nigga here just recorded his special.
Yeah.
Hey, so what you got to say? I'ma pass it off to Jay. Hey,
Hey, I just shot my special.
hey,
I just told jokes and they were special.
pop, pop, pop,
Pop, pop, goes the gun sound. Then somebody go down.
go down.
They start shedding tears.
Tears,
They were sphere.
there's fear.
She's like, oh my God, this scary. Damn, I fucked up the whole rhyme.
Hey, here, that is great. Body boy.
I know he hates it. He hates all of our. Everybody hates all of our accents, but they're fucking amazing. The moment you guys accept that, the moment your life will be better.
Right.
Fucking amazing. All right, we got some dope ass stories for you guys today, man.
Wow.
We're gonna jump into a lot of this shit, man. Try to get as much of it done as possible. We never make it through all of them for the run of the show, but shout out to Hippie for always doing an amazing run of the
Come
show.
on, hip.
I think we want to start with the Southwest pilot because they got a deal starting next month in March where the tickets are on sale. And I
This is
wonder
why.
fucking why.
That is
Southwest
crazy.
Airlines pilot removed before flight, arrested on DUI charges.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild as fuck.
Yeah, so the pilot was pulled from the cockpit before takeoff after alleged alcohol smell. Pilot was removed from duty and arrested for allegedly being intoxicated just before a scheduled flight from Savannah, Georgia to Chicago on Wednesday. Authorities acted after noticing signs that raised concerns about the pilot's fitness to fly, including the smell of alcohol. They got some pictures of the guy right here. According to the sources, David Paul Alsop, who was scheduled to captain Southwest Flight 3772 bound for Chicago's Midway Airport. That check was removed from the cockpit by airport police in Savannah. The incident caused disruption for passengers, but they were accommodated on other flights, which means they got peanuts and 500 free points. The employee has been removed from duty, a Southwest Airlines spokesperson stated in response to the incident. Customers were accommodated on other flights and apologized for the disruption to their travel plans. To read the full rest of the log. Okay, all right.
That's wild.
I think this happens way more than we think.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I personally don't think that flight from Denzel Washington was that far off
Mhm.
because
If
they be in there
anything,
for hours.
It probably made more drunk pilots like that movie. Encourage people to be like, well, fuck it.
Well, I could do that.
You know?
No, he just fucked up because he had one too many. You got to stop at 6.
I think how
Yeah,
drunk
7.
you got to be to like he smelled so intoxicated that they pulled him off the plane. Like
Right.
like you said, how many pilots fly drunk already?
Yeah.
And we're
Right.
just like having our families.
Yeah, when that shit start coming out of your pores, that means you've been sitting there at the bar drinking for a while. You know what I mean?
Could that have been that morning?
Well, it could have been a thing where like, one potentially covering a shift depending on how many hours he had logged on his last trip, because pilots aren't supposed to fly after a certain amount of hours. They have to take a break, just like truck drivers.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a log, so they have to take that rest. And he could have just took that rest and just been drinking the whole time.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, fuck it, all right, I'm ready to go. Or he could have been staying at the airport. But even when you stay at the airport, like to potentially like have to switch planes or something like that, and it's delayed, if you are on the clock for a certain amount of times, they have to clock out. They can't fly.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking it's one of those things where he was off and he just got hammered and then just tried to go in. Because if it to be coming off of you, like out of your pores and like people smell it on you, not just on your breath,
Mm-hmm.
that shit's coming through your pores. That means you've been
Yeah.
drinking for a couple hours and it's had a chance to like run through your system, and now it's
Damn.
like it's protruding out. Like that's crazy. And the fact that somebody think that they would fly like that, regardless of how often, how seasoned you are as a pilot, you still have all of these souls in the palm of your hands. And granted, there's not as many planes in the sky as it is cars on the road, but you can also get your driver's license at 16, and you're not going to get your pilot's license at 16. Not enough to like manage a commercial flight. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like that comes with age and wisdom and
Hours,
responsibility
Yeah.
for a reason, because there's so many people's lives at stake. And not even just the people's lives on a plane, What if you crash into a building? What if
Right.
you crash into a highway? What if, you know what I'm saying, or a cruise ship, whatever? Like, it's so many things to take into account. So
I
like,
can't
just
wait
think
to see
that's
this
crazy.
movie starring Tom Hanks.
Which one?
I know he's gonna do this. It's gonna be Southwest.
We already did one. He did the one
I know.
with what was the guy's name that landed on the Hudson River?
Sully. Yeah,
Sully, yeah.
Sully. He did that one. Shit, him and Clint Eastwood, they be recreating these white men in movies all
Yeah,
day. Boy.
Clint Eastwood really got in his directing bag though.
Yeah,
Like he after
for real.
Gran Torino, he was just like, yeah, this is easy work. And I'm
Right.
sure he did more before that, but like Gran Torino was just like that shit was good. And
That's funny. There's a whole like generation of boomers watching this. Like a lot before that, yeah, nigga. Clint Eastwood was probably like the young, I guess, George Clooney of his time.
yeah, he was a total
Whatever
badass.
Cowboy.
Too.
Yeah,
He was like I guess I would say Jason Statham.
you think so?
No,
Because he was
bigger than
always
that.
no, I'm saying like as far as the action. George Clooney, you never really see him fight outside of the Batman movie. He's
Yeah.
always just a cool, suave guy. Clint Eastwood was a gun-toting badass.
I always felt like Bruce Willis was his predecessor in
Maybe.
terms
I
of like
think-
how,
yeah, I can
because
say
he was
that.
he was also shot like a cowboy in all his movies.
Yeah,
And
Bruce
he did
Willis
the
was.
whole
Yeah, that's a good
squint
one.
thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's true. I
Yeah.
would say that's close. Him or Harrison Ford. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, for sure.
Harrison Ford didn't really shoot that much, right? Like in Indiana Jones, he had a couple handguns, a couple revolvers and shit like that. I feel like
Han
Bruce
Solo.
Willis.
Solo, yeah,
You know?
lasers, you know,
All right,
Yeah.
that's cool.
space
You
cowboy
just
shit.
shot
You're
different.
right.
you
That's,
know?
that's real nigga shit. Real nigga shit. respect.
Right,
Well, you're
right.
right. You're right. You're right.
Nah, I can only imagine being on a plane and like, because you know, if he was probably, it was probably a little commotion. It probably wasn't like you too drunk and he just like, all right,
Yeah.
and dipped. So do they just like, all right, our pilot was drunk, we're gonna get you another one? Like I'd be like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
What did they tell the passengers? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they said they took him out of the cockpit. So
Right.
did the police take him, or did they just say, "Hey, get off the plane"?
Probably
That's
don't.
what I'm
The
thinking. There
airport
had to be
police.
some type
The
of-
airport police would have to come on because they are going to be the ones that like relieve him or do, especially if he was the pilot and not the co-pilot. Then it would have to be the airport police to come
But
on.
do
Probably
you
like,
think
I'm
they would-
fine, get
do you
off
think
me.
They would like, yo, just get off the plane. You know?
Yeah, I
what
don't
I
think
mean?
they would
You know
arrest
what I'm
him.
saying?
I don't think they would arrest him on the plane. I think they would have
Yeah.
escorted him off before.
But that's still crazy to see.
Oh yeah, you
To
see that shit.
Yeah, your pilot come
Right.
through the door
He's
and
like
leave.
this.
Yeah.
I'm not even
And then
that messed
somebody
up.
else walk in and get on. You're like, yo, what the fuck is happening right now?
Like, what other
Right.
pilots are here?
And you
Can you
still
fly?
delayed.
Have y'all ever heard
You
the,
know?
the joke? It was like, so everybody's sitting on the plane, and then the pilot walks on, and he's got a walking stick, and the first stewardess goes up, and she's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, our pilot is here. He is totally blind, but trust me, he's a very seasoned pilot.
Mm-mm.
He has number of flights under his belt and no crashes whatsoever." Right? So he goes in the cockpit, sits down. Then the co-pilot comes on, same thing, glasses on, sticks, and all of that.
The
type of stuff.
co-pilot blind too?
Right? It's like,
That's
ladies and gentlemen, our
hilarious.
co-pilot has just arrived. We're about to take off soon. As you can see, he's completely blind as well. But nothing to fear here. He has hundreds of flights under his belt and never had any issues whatsoever. Boom. Say go and taking off. Plane is on the runway. It's picking up speed. Plane hasn't taken off.
They let
Couple
that happen?
minutes and it's taking off. So people start screaming. And as soon as they start screaming, the plane lifts up. Go to the cockpit, and the two pilots is like, whoo. The moment they start screaming, stop screaming, we're fucked.
No. What?
The screams alert them to take off, to pull up.
Oh, okay. I thought this was something that actually like a prank.
No, it was a joke. It was a joke. I was like,
Oh.
have y'all heard the joke about the two blind pilots?
Yeah.
I thought this was like a prank. I was like, man, this went really far.
Yeah, for a second, once you got to take off, I was like, wait, this happened?
they let the takeoff happen. Niggas pointed the wrong way on the runway and shit.
That's wild.
All the planes landed. Like, what the fuck is this? Have to go back up.
So
That's
I wonder if a passenger is the one who snitched on the pilot, because all it says he allegedly smelled like alcohol.
I think the
I would imagine
stewardess
stewardess,
also
yeah,
would say
stewardess,
something.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Because who would even believe a passenger? Like, he smells like alcohol or whatever. They'd be
Mhm.
like, sit the fuck down.
Well,
Right?
when were they
What is
talking?
your seat?
Sit your non-point having ass down.
Sometimes the pilots stand there. Well, they usually at the end they do, but sometimes in the beginning they'll be
Yeah,
there too.
sometimes they do, but
But
most
not on
times they
big
check.
ass-
Not
their
if you drunk,
devices.
though.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Niggas like, I gotta sit down.
He's drunk. He's definitely
This
hiding.
nigga drunk. He would have sat in the passenger seat. He's like, what are the controls?
He in
Captain, you
first
have to-
class. This nigga like, oh,
This is nice.
oh,
Nigga
shit.
trying to get more drink. He took the hat off and get it on his jacket. He's like, I'll
We
take
get
the
a-
champagne.
we get a
What the
whiskey.
fuck in the cockpit.
Yes, thank you.
Let me get a whiskey before I. I feel like every time I get on a plane, I'm gonna be looking at the, because usually you're just like, hey, don't kill us. But now I'm
Right.
gonna just be like,
Right, they be standing there trying to look all kind and wave you on. I'm be like, nigga, what's going on? What you been eating before?
Hey,
this?"
greet me, my boy.
Yeah, like, yeah,
greet
No,
me.
the
That's
best
what's
is
up.
after when you're walking out and they be posing like,
right,
yeah, nigga.
You know, like,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Niggas
nigga, what's
grateful to
up?
be
Yeah.
alive. You're
It's
welcome.
like
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
It's like
hoe
after
ass nigga.
comedy shows when y'all be outside, like, yeah, I just made y'all niggas laugh. Was good. Say bye to me on the way out.
right, yeah, hell yeah.
So much has changed because initially the whole purpose of that initially was to sell DVDs and CDs. So you're standing out there.
Really?
Yeah, because you out there trying to sell your merch. You got your t-shirts, you got your DVDs, you got your CDs. So you stand out there as a visual cue, like, hey, instead of buying online, making me ship this to you, why don't you go ahead and grab this down and then go get a discount. Then it went to like, hey, I'm outside, follow me, let's connect, pull out your phone, Instagram, right there. Now it's just like, hey, what you bitches finna do?
Damn, that's
Y'all
crazy.
trying to get on some dick or what was that?
I got in, but I like right after the DVD shirt part. I thought niggas just hung out after.
I
the goddamn
did
show.
too.
I'm
Nah,
like, yo, this
They
was
was,
a
trying to,
thing.
they was trying to get them numbers up and also trying to see what's popping
Right,
after the
right.
show. But for the most part, like I was hustling at the Comedy Union,
Yeah,
Mhm.
selling my DVDs out there, and niggas was walking by me like I wasn't on stage giving it my all.
Yeah,
Niggas looked through
yeah.
me like a ghost. I felt like I was Bruce Willis in The Sixth Sense. Niggas just
Brutal.
walking right through me. I was like, God damn, niggas, give me a chance.
Do comics turn creepy on the way out
Some niggas
if
are
they
always
kill
creepy.
and they're
Yeah.
just like, hey, what's up? What's up?
Some
What's
people
good
just
with y'all?"
creepy.
Yeah, some people just creepy. Like, and that just it enhances it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like it's always weird when you could tell the nigga that never was cool in school, and now that he has some notoriety, it's going to his head.
Mm.
You see it with niggas that like, you know, get chicks and like especially comedy. Like it's different with rap because like they always have the money and it's a different type of allure and mystery surrounding and shooting them. But with comedy, when the nigga is funny or at halfway funny, that's the thing. It's like it don't even be like the super funny niggas. It be the niggas that be halfway funny, like just got in comedy just so they could get in the club for free, and they got like a hot 3. And be out there like, yeah, ladies, what's up? Y'all should follow me. And I be like, shut the fuck up, man. Shut the
Doing
fuck
the
up,
most.
bro. Like, they be just sold, man. Jay Snow has wrote on so many shows and award shows and hit shows, and he still has the humility to go up and introduce himself to the book. I saw him do it at the Laugh Factory out in San Diego, and she wasn't familiar with it, so she asked other comics to vouch when she asked me. I was like, no, this motherfucker, he's legit.
Yeah.
But he has the humility to do that. Even before she was like, I don't know you, he went up and introduced himself.
To do what?
Introduce
Just
himself
to-
to the booker, to the
yeah.
club owner.
People don't do that.
These motherfuckers walk in with so much entitlement.
Oh,
You
shit.
don't
Especially
know
like-
me.
yeah.
You don't
Oh,
know
for
my
real?
followers.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
nigga,
I got 300,000 followers. Like, so the fuck what? You don't have the hot 3.
That's crazy.
You don't have a hot 5. We leave you up there for 10 minutes. You'll commit suicide in minute 7.
Hello costs you nothing, though.
Bro,
You know
it
what I'm
don't-
saying?
it
Like
don't-
my name is. It
Yeah,
costs
yeah.
you nothing.
And it helps you because like when you do that, because it is so not normal, you make an impression on somebody.
That's crazy.
When you build that and establish
For
that
real?
connection. Yes, but people don't do. People walk in, hey, what's up? Like that.
Uh-huh.
You don't know this motherfucker.
Right.
And you know you see them here every time. Maybe you should know their name so they can help you with parking. Or if it's
Right.
Pat and they don't have room for comics, but they recognize you and be like, hey, we packed tonight, fellas. Hey, you can come though. Because that's
wow.
how it was for me when I first started doing it at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood. If you weren't one of the comics that they knew, or like somebody, one of the hosts didn't bring you in, you weren't getting in on those packed nights. The nights where they have 3 shows, the niggas ain't letting you in. Hey,
Right.
standing room on with outside. We ain't got no room for comics.
Right.
And it was a thing there and at the store and especially at the Improv on Monday night on D-Ray night.
Yeah.
Oh,
shit,
you hang
yeah.
out in the bar area, you ain't getting in that showroom though, my boy.
Right.
Who are you again?
Buy a ticket.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you got
that's-
how many followers? Oh, so you can afford a ticket. Buy a ticket.
That's for comics and people just coming to see the show.
They
you
would
know?
let
Yeah.
comics in, bro.
But on normally, if it's not like super packed, comics don't buy tickets for each other's show. They just kind of walk in
Now,
there.
it's kind of like an understanding. Like it's kind of like if you were a rapper in the city, I'm a rapper in the city. I come out and support you, but I'm there as like support you. Like
But I advocate for that shit.
mhm.
I think it should be more comics to just like throw a bone, be like, here, I bought a ticket, or I bought someone a ticket,
I agree.
or you know what I'm saying, give
Mhm.
this to somebody. Like I do hate that though when it is like an important show. Like
Yeah.
for my special, for example,
Mhm.
I'm sending a link out. I had 2 weeks to promote the shit, right?
Right.
I'm sending a link out. People are like, I'm buying tickets. I bought 5. Give them to somebody. I'm like, nigga, that's not gonna help the special. I'm gonna have a whole empty
Everybody's
front row.
there,
Nigga.
yeah.
Don't do that. Don't 50 Cent me. Nigga. Like, come to the show. If it's a taping, come.
Right.
If it's some regular Sunday
Taping
night,
and birthdays,
you know what I'm saying? Send a
anniversaries
ticket.
for your stage, like those are things people have to come out to,
Right.
and they typically come out for. But yeah, it's hard, man. That's why I don't want a weekly again. I miss it. Oh my God, I would love to have a weekly, but I would need a producer and probably a co-host, and we could switch off hosting throughout the show, or we can host one week and then you host the next week. But I can't do that shit by myself, right? Because I was watching this video. This guy made this video about the show Severance on Apple TV. Fucking amazing. Really good show.
I haven't finished it.
And he was like, yo, this show should be so much bigger. But it's a couple things. One, Severance is on Apple TV, which is probably the lowest stream platform as far as like subscribers. Two, there's so much fucking content out.
Right.
It's just, I mean, it's no way to digest everything that's out or even hear about every good thing that's out. And it sucks because there's somebody that wants to be an actor. It's like, man, this is what I want to do. But like, how do you cut through the noise?
Right.
I mean, it's so much. And when you're not on the streaming sites, then there's social media.
Yeah.
There's YouTube. And there's the next, whatever the next balloon pop show is dropping this week. It's like, how do I do that?
We talked about that earlier. I think it all comes back to just self-producing shit. If it's really something that you're passionate about, if it's something that like you won't leave you alone, like it's up to you to figure out a way to make that shit real. You know what I'm saying? Like it channeled you for a reason.
That's true, right? And I just have these bouts sometimes where frustration just arises. It's like, why am I even trying to do this?
Right.
Shit? I mean, I love it, and I know it will never stop. But it's like it does hit a point where you feel like you hit a glass ceiling. Like, how do I get to that next level? I see it. I know what I want from it. It's not just about the success and of the monetary success. That's helpful, but
I love this.
How do I make my talent and what I love to do available for the masses so it can help them or prevent them from doing something to themselves or provide them ease at the end of the day or at the end of the week or the end of a long month? Like, that's all I want to do.
You know what helped me with that? Because I struggle with that a lot, right? Especially wanting to do films specifically, being that the film industry is what it is and that it's so hard to get into, so hard to get someone to drop that first domino to invest in your shit. And then the road to getting it in a place where people can see it is crazy. But the thing that sort of gives me the fuel to keep going is knowing that the fact that it exists is enough, right? Like, but that has to be so purpose driven. Like that has to come from within. And I think that will override any fucking doubt, wall, obstacle, any person or whatever. And it has time and time again in history shows it. But if you can't find that thing that just like drives it beyond reason, then it's probably not that idea. It's probably not there or whatever, because that idea, it won't, like, nothing will stop.
It's a guiding
you know
light.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? That exists? The fact that it exists is enough? You're talking about the idea?
I think, yeah. Because think about it. Like, how many things exist that the person who created it really didn't get to enjoy, right? Maybe they died early. Maybe they went on to a different fucking thing and it caught wind later. A song that catches wind 6 months or a year after it came out, or a movie or whatever. Like those movies and things exist and they still serve their purpose. They still met those people and it still helped those people. It maybe didn't happen during your time. It maybe didn't happen when you wanted it to.
Yep.
But it happened. You know
That's
what I'm saying? And for that, like, your memory, your legacy, whatever the fuck you want it to be, will live on through that. It's how I see it.
I think about that a lot too, but it's also, that's crazy. I think about that a lot, but I feel like there's a huge part of me that's like, it can't happen like
right now. Like, I want to show these motherfuckers.
Like Van Gogh. Van Gogh was broke his whole life.
Never made it.
And it's like his paintings, like it's taught in schools. People would like try to imitate it. He got museums, and he's like, nigga, I died with one ear, broke.
And bitchless. I cut my ear off on my bitch. My bitch still didn't want.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I would take that over nothing, you know, because it's like at least that impacted how I would want it. But there's there's like a good 70% of me that's like, man, at least let me see it.
But you know what? This is, and I thank you for that, because that's a great way of looking at the whole acting thing. What has been providing me a lot of peace and grace and comfort as far as comedy is, I thought about this a couple months ago. and it brought me just such tranquility.
Mm.
We as comedians, we all want to be Dave, Kev, like fame, not fame wise, but like success wise. I really don't give a fuck about the fame. I long as the work is getting done and people will benefit from it. But everybody can't afford Dave's prices. Everybody can't afford Kevin's tours. Everybody can't afford Cat Williams' tour. What we do on the level that we at is such a help to people that can't afford those things or don't have access to those things or don't have the time to go out of town because that tour is not coming to their city. We provide such a blessing. We are literal superheroes. We
Right.
take events that may have been rooted in trauma, flip it to a way where it's amusing to us and humorous to an unknown audience that never experienced, but maybe can relate to it because a friend did or family member did, or just because you crafted this shit so well that they felt like they were a part of it.
Right.
That's a fucking superhero.
Mm.
And the fact that we are providing this, because there are way more of us than there are Kevins and Daves and Cats.
Right.
We are doing this shit on the weekly, daily, hourly basis. We're going to Vegas and performing at these shows. There's one club that books you for like 5 days or 7 days. And sometimes it's 30 people there, sometimes it's 100, sometimes it's 10, whatever.
Right.
But if it's 10 there, they're there because they want to be there. There's
Right.
tons of shit you can do in Vegas. If they wanted to go to a comedy club, I mean, they need that right there.
Right.
And whether it's 10 or 10,000, you're providing a fucking release for these people. And that is amazing.
It's true. And I like that. I hold on to that. It's tough to hold on to that
It is.
sometimes, especially when a motherfucker in your comments saying some wild shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it like that is, I think, what people should hold on to more though, is the service of it all. The
Mhm.
being of service, being useful with your art, with your voice. But again, like, you know, it's hard to think about that when you have, you know, who's in office or bills
Mhm.
at your fucking door or whatever, you know. But so yeah, I agree. I think that's a great point.
I think that's even more testament and proof of our superpower.
Right.
Because in the midst of everything going on, I remember I went to Chocolate Sundays this past Sunday and the Sunday before. The Sunday before is when the fires were at the height, like in the city.
Yeah.
And Ron still had the host. And I pulled him to the side. I was like, bro, you're doing an amazing job to be able to compartmentalize everything that's going on in LA right now, everything that's going on with the elections and all of this shit going on. And then just the fact that he's a husband and a father.
Mhm.
And then just, you know, again, with us wanting to be higher in our journey, to be able to compartmentalize all this ancillary shit and then go up there and still perform at a fucking A1 level.
Yeah.
It's fucking superpower, bro.
Bro, I saw something on another podcast. It was with Dave, and he was talking about, I think the person who was hosting the podcast was talking about how awesome his story was and
Mhm.
how he walked away from the 50 million, went to Africa, all this other shit, and everybody looks at him coming back, doing the Netflix specials, getting his money back, getting back on that level. And people are like, yo, that's badass, you tough, you this, you that. And he said so clearly. It was like, yeah, people say that, but it's like, you don't want to know what it took to be me.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't think about the days where he wasn't in the limelight, where he was like, am I fucking crazy?
Right.
Or people were
And
saying,
people
wow,
were saying he
you
was
know what I'm
fucking
saying?
crazy. How the fuck you walk away from
those
$50 million?
days are what make Dave Dave.
Yeah.
And that's what is dope. And
Interesting.
that's what you're talking
Yes.
about. It's like people don't
Yes.
see those days that you don't want to fucking get out of bed, or you just you feel like you crashed the car or some shit. You know, like all of those things that make you human are, you know, what make you a superhuman in a way. And
Yeah.
I agree. In short, it's
Yeah.
a long way to say I agree.
No,
But
it's great. Yeah, it's highlighting other areas of that same thing, because, you know, sometimes it takes hearing it from a different viewpoint
right.
to understand the main purpose. It's the same way when your parents would tell you something and you didn't listen, but a friend of your parents would tell you something. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
I get it. Sometimes you just got to hear from a different angle, see it from a different
Well,
angle.
also tickets sold don't mean like more tickets sold doesn't mean funnier. I think that's another cool thing about being in a business where it's like your output is it's different for different people. So you don't just to raise that up, like it's not even just about like, oh, I can't afford Dave, we can only afford this. It's like you guys can't leave out the fact that there people might prefer you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not just about like a ticket price thing. It could be like, no, I would rather see Tahir than Dave. I would rather see Snow than Kevin Hart. You know, I think that's something that you can't really omit.
Yeah,
Too,
that's
you know.
true. That's true. The higher you get up, I mean, unless you're David Cat, the more restrictive you are.
Mhm.
Especially like when the more successful you are with like partnerships and brands and stuff like that, you have to be so careful. You're a fucking surgeon with your words now because you don't want to say anything that'll get you canceled or
Yeah.
jeopardize your brand deals, right?
Right.
But if somebody like Kat or Dave, they don't give a fuck. They are doing it surely for expressing themselves, for the love of it, and the businesses that want to fuck with them are going to fuck with them regardless.
Now
Right.
look at those paths though. The difference between a Kev's path where you're like watching what you say, what you do, how you act, versus a Dave or Cat path where it's like they get this freedom,
Mhm.
right? They're still getting deals and whatnot, but they get the freedom to sort of be themselves, be a little rough around the edges. And look at the past. Look at like how tumultuous one was versus the other.
Mhm.
And ask yourself, like, which would you rather be? Like,
Yeah.
would you rather be this put together deity or whatever that is like holier than thou and
Mhm.
can't fuck up? Or would you rather be this rugged, rough, kind of put together, kind of not, but could get deals, could not person
Mhm.
that is a little more authentic in the end? I would rather go with the latter, honestly. Like,
Yeah,
Same.
even though it's a harder road,
it gives you more
Mhm.
freedom at
it
the
gives you
end.
more freedom at the end. Like when you have all the shit you want to have, what do you want to be able to do?
Mhm.
Do you want to be able to really enjoy that shit and like get drunk with your
Yeah.
friends on camera?
I think you fuck up less too. It's way
Right.
less likely to fuck up because you're not in costume really,
Right.
So it's like you might get less brand deals, but it's also like if you say some wild stuff on Twitter, like Dave, if he tweeted some wild shit, as long as it wasn't like crazy wild, but I mean not even his past few specials, he was actually going for
his
it. He was
monologue for SNL.
specifically going for shit that you're not supposed to talk about,
Yeah.
and people will like be like, okay, that's Dave, as opposed to
Right.
somebody who isn't supposed to say anything. One foul slip, they crash.
Let Dwayne Johnson say any of Dave Chappelle's jokes and watch his fucking castle come crashing down, bro.
Damn.
Bro, like, the way The Rock Johnson is so fucking successful, impactful, and influential. This motherfucker he's selling shampoo.
Is he really?
Yes.
Wow. He don't got no hair. Yeah.
He has a shampoo, body wash, face wash line. But there's advertisement
Bro,
for the
what?
shampoo. But that's how fucking influential he is.
I don't even have this stuff.
See, back to the two roads. That's the fucked up part about the other road is that you'll just get to a point where people are throwing deals at you. I just want your name on this shampoo. I don't have hair. We don't give a fuck. Like, damn, I would love that, but I don't want to have to sell my soul for it.
Bro, it's called
that's wild.
That's wild.
Papatua. I think it's like a Hawaiian name, but Papatua. Because they sell it at Target. And they have body wash. They got a Cedar Sport men's body care bundle.
He should have got like his Samoan family with the hair.
Hey, right. That should look like his
crazy.
character on whatever that movie is.
Shampoo and conditioner.
That's crazy.
Papatua.
And he got photos where he's touching his bald head. Like,
Hilarious.
That's nuts.
The power of marketing, bro. When you play, if you're able to play by their rules, and I don't think The Rock is the type of, I haven't got the impression from him he is a pushover.
No.
I've got the impression that he's a superstar and brands want to be attached to him. So, but
he can't
also,
be a pushover.
He's
He's too intimidating.
He's also, he's not as dark skinned. Like, and I really feel like that makes a difference too. I'm not taking anything away from, like, he's a global superstar. Superstar. It's him and Snoop Dogg that they're two people where it's not a lot of places on earth they can go to and not be recognized. And that says a lot.
One of the biggest differences between Dwayne Johnson and Terry Crews is the rock bottom. Like, they're not too far apart. Let's be honest. The people's
just
elbow,
the special move.
The people's elbow may have elevated the Rock a bit more. You know what I'm saying? If
the eyebrow got to hit it too.
The eyebrow, you know what? You can't.
Because when he would bust it out, and
I was trying to do that.
Yeah, that was I could never do. I always ended up doing this.
I was trying to do that, eyebrow. Yeah,
but no, I think that Terry Crews. What's weird about like mainstream acting, just from what I've seen, is like there are some actors who are completely different in every movie, but a lot of them is like, what's your actual personality and how much can I use that in like different movies?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Which is why you get like global superstars like Will Smith and Denzel and like a lot of people, Jack Black, who are really a different version of themselves in
Yeah,
different
for
stuff.
sure.
So I
Definitely
think it
does,
really
yeah.
comes down to like, what's your base level personality?
Mhm.
Because I feel like just if I put Rock in some of Terry Cruz's stuff, like in White Chicks, he might have been able
Yeah.
to do that low key. But I don't know. I don't know if it's the other way around. Like I
Right,
think that
right.
Rock's base personality is good enough to join wrestling, become the star of that, then join Hollywood and become top of that.
Oh,
So
crazy.
I feel like his
That's
baseline
Ascension
is
was
pretty crazy.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. If you had the opportunity to hang out with The Rock, would you do it?
Of course,
Of course, right? Yeah, because he seems like a cool person. But if it came down to The Rock and Jack Black, who you want to hang out with?
Damn, that's
I
a-
know,
that's
right?
Crazy.
That's crazy.
I didn't even think that question.
Because I would think I would pick Jack Black.
I think I could learn more from Jack Black.
Yeah, I think I could learn
That's
more
a good point.
marketing-wise
I do
from The
love
Rock.
Tenacious D, you
I
know?
would learn more marketing-wise and business-wise from The Rock, but I think I would have more fun with Jack Black.
Even marketing and business. I feel like Jack Black. Remember when Kevin was always Kevin on stage? He was always talking about how Jack Black is just himself all the time. He
Yes.
never lost weight. He never like he's like himself in Tenacious D movies. And I feel like
School of
now
Rock.
that he's fucking Bowser, like he's Bowser, he's the
Yeah.
lead in Minecraft. Like I feel like his versatility
Yeah.
is what I would want to learn from.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like The Rock is like leading man, huge dude, you know, star of every movie. I don't know.
I
Their
feel like I would go with
contracts-
The Rock.
Really?
I would go with The Rock only because he would be able to talk about navigating adversity a little
Mhm.
better than Jack Black. I do think that they have like
that's
a
good fucking
great,
point. I never think about that.
you know, relationship with success and whatnot, and probably be able to share great tips. But The Rock is a different, like he had a black dad. Like
Yeah.
the nigga, he grew up around some nigga shit
Junkyard.
at one point. So he may be able to talk about how to transcend that, I think, better
Mhm.
than Jack Black. So I'd probably pick The Rock.
That's a good
The
point.
black
I
thing.
didn't even think about that thing right there.
I remember
Yeah.
The Rock was catching fleck for a while for kind of like, I don't know if he actively denied his island side or just didn't talk about it, but he was kind of like in the light as a white lead.
Can we talk about how people can switch, like code switch in a way that's like that, like a chameleon? The
Yeah.
Rock, for example,
Ambiguous.
ambiguous, right? But even like, think of Miley Cyrus, right? Like she was Miley Cyrus up until Mike Will made it. Then she was Miley Cyrus. Out here, Miley Cyrus, you know, And
Crazy.
then she went
Rapping,
right back
jerseys.
to Miley Cyrus
Mhm.
We
after the success.
Same with Post Malone.
But see, okay,
Right.
that's what I was gonna say. Their code switch is to bait and gain. Our code switch is to
Survive.
fit in and survive.
Right.
Like she was already rich before she went to Miley Cyrus.
Right.
She was she did that to like, oh, okay, Molly out here she fucking with us. Like
Right.
we accepted her. We have to do that shit to survive, to stay at a job, just to pay bills, not to like get more people on our side.
Right.
That's what we have to do to fucking survive.
Right.
And that's the big difference.
Black people are a really good like baseline for white success just throughout history. Like if you get like could make us say that you're cool at the bottom level, then it's like it's not even like, oh, I need to keep up both audience. You could just leave.
Yeah. You could be like,
once
fuck
it's
it.
like once white people are like, oh, they're cool. All right, for sure. It's like, oh, shit, I'm country
That
now.
was what was old boy
Post Malone.
not just him, but I ain't never
Oh no way, he switched.
what? That motherfucker soon that shit went crazy.
Uh-huh.
Blasting it's on
Tommy
reels, everything.
something, right?
Yeah, right? Soon as the album about to drop, I'm not a rapper. I'm a musician. I don't want to be boxed in.
But
as
you
if-
rap. I hate when niggas
You,
rap and
you
say I'm
got
not a rapper.
all of
Shit,
this
bro.
acclaim, and DJ Head was like, "Okay, cool. Like all y'all DJs heard that. Let's stop playing this shit on our on our station.
Damn, for
If
real.
you want to distance yourself after gaining success from our culture, from our audience, from our people,
Yeah.
and now you got the blown up shit, and now you want to I don't really, it ain't
That's
really me.
wild.
It's like
That's crazy.
that's why. And then he tried to backtrack because DJ Head's shit went crazy. Everybody saying it. Then he wanted to backtrack on it. But yeah, Tommy Richmond was like,
That's
I'm not really a rapper. And then he was like, no, I meant that in a way of like, I don't want to be boxed in.
Oh, he is super
Sometimes
white.
I want to sing, sometimes I want to rap, but I don't want to be boxed into one thing. And
That's
everybody's
nuts.
well, shut the fuck up.
That's crazy that I get like if you are racist with movies, it's visual. You're like, oh, I don't want a black lead. I want a white lead.
Mhm.
That if you're racist, that makes sense to me. But music has always been weird. It's like, okay, it's Sonic. So it's just weird that like white people have always had like it's more palatable if a white person does it, like Elvis, Eminem.
Right.
You know what I mean? They
Mhm.
always end up being these global superstars just because it's more palatable to the white community. But it's like, what about the sound of it?
I can't tell you how happy I am that I'm not hearing a Jack Harlow song right now. bro. 'Cause
Why?
I couldn't tell you, like, why would they force a Jack Harlow on us so tough? Like, that's what they do.
He has some
What-
hits though.
He came out of nowhere.
He did.
It
He
did come
came
out of
out
nowhere.
of
It did
nowhere.
come out of
Somebody
nowhere.
pulled that nigga out of their handkerchief pocket and said, "Rap," and we're gonna push
And
you.
we-
And then they
That first
did.
song was tight.
And like I fucked with Lil Dicky when he first came out, but I also saw Lil Dicky's ascension. I saw the work that he was putting in. I saw the mixtape, and then I saw the
He
albums and all
had
that.
humility. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
the nigga did
he
that
didn't take
one
too
song
serious.
where he was like, he had no money for it, like that no budget. Like he didn't take himself too serious.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I fuck with Lil Dicky for that reason alone. He
Mhm.
seemed like a human being.
Right.
Yeah.
But when you feel like this artificial, created in a lab type of a person, and then you're like, yeah, I'm of the culture, but you don't know who Brandy is. It's like, nigga, what? What are you talking about?
You don't know?
Who didn't know who Brandy is?
Jack Harlow.
For real?
He didn't know that she sang a song that he was talking about on a podcast at the time.
Oh,
It's a
shit.
moment on a clip or whatever. And then they, washed the whole situation by putting Brandy on one of his songs, and they both performed it at the BET Awards. And it was like,
That's the formula.
like it was,
You
it was
still didn't know.
performative.
Like it's so crazy to me because Pat, as a musician, you've done research on musicians that came before you to
Mhm.
one, know your history, but also kind of like adapt and grow with styles and kind of just try it out. And that makes sense. Like, because anytime you go into like an art field, especially like if you're a painter, you're going to study those that came before you.
Right.
If you're a poet, you're going to study those that came before you.
Mhm.
Musicians don't have that same tenacity and wherewithal to be like, oh, let me tap into the culture and see some people that, especially
It's
some
such a
musicians.
supportive
So-
culture.
Yeah.
Have you gone to like a musical open mic before?
Uh-oh.
I have. Yeah, I've been to.
They're some of the most supportive audiences. Like people will be up
Very
there trash,
Mhm.
trash, and everybody's like, "Well, good job, Amber." It's like,
Probably
yo,
they friends though.
but even if it's not, like to your point, like I dated a girl who was a singer. She was an R&B neo soul type singer, great voice.
Mhm.
She had the talent. Had no idea who Sade was. No idea who Sade was. No idea about her songs, anything. Some soul people that I would bring up Nina Simone, and it would be like, who? And I'm like, you're not gonna make it. You know, like you're not gonna make it. You know, like how do you tell somebody? Like in comedy, we keep each other fresh. You know you're doing bad at a comedy club, A, because the people aren't laughing, but
Yeah.
B, because the comics in the back are laughing the
Mhm.
hard. If the comics are laughing harder than anybody in the crowd, you're doing a bad job. Like, and they're loving it.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna be like, "Woo, go, Jay Snow, go!" Like
Yeah.
they're not gonna be doing that. So
yeah,
I
and
think-
you only get hit with that humility as soon as you get off the stage because everybody just standing there trying to avoid making eye contact with you.
yeah,
So you're gonna try to be like, they was tripping out there, and there's always one of the comics that be like, nah, they wasn't.
yeah, for real.
That was you, nigga.
And
They
it'll
was
be the
tripping out there. It's
crowd.
hilarious. Hey, they tripping.
Crowd is crazy.
Yeah.
Crowd is crazy.
Man.
Must be something on their
Yeah.
mind.
They tripping. All of them. They all
That
must
fire
be.
still going on?
They must be going through something right now.
Everybody's going through something.
And it's like, no, bro, just work a little bit harder, man. Like just work a little bit harder. So it's very disheartening when I hear that about musicians. That it's just, man,
Especially
just do a
rap.
little research.
Their influence is horizontal, not backwards. Like they learn from people who are still out. 'Cause
Yeah,
They'll be like, that nigga Tommy's. He just had a hit song. I'm gonna make a song just like that.
Right.
And that's why it's like I honestly think that's why that LaMelo Ball song is blowing up, because he tapped into like influence, and nostalgia. You guys know what song I'm talking about? It's like
Yeah.
LaMelo Ball, the basketball player.
Like
So he's
this is news to me.
It's
It
random.
has it has
He's
that
a
early
famous rapper
2000s
now.
feel.
No,
It's got
Word?
Leangelo.
It's like a
Leangelo,
Nelly.
not LaMelo.
Oh, it's not LaMelo, Leangelo. Okay, so it's the
Yeah.
one who's not in the NBA. He has a song that sounds like old school Nelly, Juvenile. It's like swerve in that corner, whoa, whoa. And it's like nobody is doing that anymore. All he had to do was go back 15 years and get
Wow.
inspiration, because everybody else is.
Yeah, Moneybag tried to get on one. I think Webby tried to get on the remix.
And
And he
Swerve
signed
in
a
that
fucking
$3
$3 million
whoa,
deal
whoa.
with Def Jam.
13.
No way.
13 million.
No
13
way.
million off of this single.
Wow.
He's like, well,
And everything they dad said was gonna do came true.
just
Yeah,
differently,
yeah.
just
That's
a little
why they
differently.
really hate this.
Yeah.
Just a little
a
differently.
little different, but I mean, they did the shooting.
I said we would ball. I didn't say we'd be in the NBA.
Right. I didn't say how we ball. I just said we would ball.
Facts
That's
though.
wild.
Fact, yeah, man. It's a wild time to be alive, man.
That's nuts.
Oh,
How could you
Shit.
not see that and be like, fuck it, I'm gonna make a song. I'm gonna go, produce something right now. I mean, the world is wide open for motherfuckers who are 24 and 26, clearly right now. You could literally
For
go
sure.
back to any era, find somebody you like a lot, take their whole style, do it now on social media in
Right.
your way, and boom.
Exactly. And people be like, oh, that remind me of Lil Wayne. Yeah, because he took everything.
Yeah.
But that's better than like, oh, he remind me of a nigga who just came out. It's
yeah,
like,
right,
yeah,
right.
yeah, for sure. Well, listen, man, we got to get ready and get up out of here. Before we do, though, you want to let the people know what they can look out for, what you got coming up, and also where they can find you at.
when's the special drop?
The special, listen, I'm be honest
Well,
with
we
you.
don't
It's
know.
a whole process.
It's a whole thing.
whole process. That special may not see the light of day for you guys until maybe May, maybe June. I don't know. But as for everything else, just follow me at JSnow Pro. You know what I'm saying? I got content that I'm literally producing right now outside of the special. I have another short film that I did. It's about basketball and me not being able to play it. It's gonna be really funny.
Nice.
And yeah, just stay tuned to JSnow Pro on all platforms, and that's when you'll figure out when I'm dropping shit. So
There you go. That's the best way to do it, man. Using that social media to
Yeah.
your advantage, man. As always, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tahir Moore,
I'm Patrick Cloud.
and we'll see you next time on another episode of Damn Internet. You scary. You scary.
Later,
Peace, guys.
y'all.
Woo. I know, right?
Right, he's like,